SportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs have gone 15-1 in their last 16 ball games, 23-8 since the calendar flipped to 2026. Tonight, they take on the team with the second best record over that span. That would be the Boston Celtics, who are 23-9 since January 1st. Tip-off from the Frost Bank Center is set for 7 o'clock. Dallas Cowboys continue to make moves early in free agency this year as they've re-signed former second-round pick defensive end Sam Williams. It's a one-year deal.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we are live at San Pedro Driving Range, Par 3, Bar and Grill, whatever you want to call it. It is a great place. That's where we are with our friends from Flight by Yuengling. Beer Santa is here and everything. Oh, my goodness, this is going to be a great day. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And, you know, we are here at the San Pedro Driving Range, Bar and Grill.
Yes.
I was out here last weekend taking advantage of the driving range, and I saw this putting contest this putting green deal they have. And that's what they're doing. They've got a putting contest, a 10-week series that starts today. Now, you and I came over here for lunch.
We did.
And then we had a contest in which you swore you were going to win by 15.
Well, or thereabouts.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Uh-huh.
I collapsed down the stretch.
You did.
And
I rallied. You can say that.
You rallied. I collapsed.
Uh-huh.
I collapsed.
You did. So bottom line is you lost. I didn't cover the spread, but I won the game.
Yeah, well, you did. You won the game, but you didn't cover the spread.
That's all that matters.
Well, it depends on where you had your money.
I didn't have a bet on it.
Well,
I kind of did.
You kind of did. You had the big arch
sauce.
Yeah. You get arch sauce. You didn't cover the spread, but are you going to cover the arch sauce now?
No.
Oh.
I'm not eating that thing. I don't have to. I won.
Uh-huh.
I'm a winner.
You are a winner.
I am a winner.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you what, though. That golf course, the little putt-putt golf course, is tricky. It is tricky, I'm telling you, man.
All I know is Ryan Engel does not know how to play angles.
Dude, you have to, and it's like it's nuts. I mean, there's all kinds of hills and swales and upper decks that you got to get
and upper
on
decks
and not go off of, and if you do, you're screwed. It's a fun little par 3, though. I will tell you that. You just you got to be careful.
Now, we actually did that thing sober.
I know. Well, that was a problem.
I don't recommend doing this sober. I don't. In fact, if anytime you're near a golf course, you need to have a cold beer in your hand. A nice Flight by Yuengling, and our friends from Flight are here. And between now and 6 o'clock tonight, you can come out here and you can play for free. For free, you can play the putting contest.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything. Normally, it's $5. So we're already saving you $5. The beer is $3.50. So we're basically giving you 2 beers. And Beer Santa's here, too. So there could be a sample. I'm just saying.
But that's a hell of a deal. $3.50 for a pint?
Uh-huh.
What a deal.
It's what they do here.
Yes.
Now, between now and 6 o'clock, you come out here and you play for free. And if you beat Ryan Eagle's score of 52, your name will go in a bucket, and you will have a chance at winning a golf bag, a Kanga cooler, and the best golf towel you've ever seen.
Yeah.
If you beat my score of 55, because Ryan Eagle actually only beat me by 3 strokes when he rallied down the stretch. So there isn't this huge gap in there that everybody thought there was going to be. There's a prize there. We'll figure that out. If you can't beat my score, you got to buy everybody here a beer.
I agree with that.
And we are going with the honor system.
And Flight by Yuengling is making it really easy for you to do that. $3.50 for a pint.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. In the aluminum can or the draft. Your choice.
Wow.
Your choice.
So you got to get on out here to San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill because I tell you, number one, the weather is fantastic.
Yep.
It's perfect weather to come on out here, work on your game if you want to, putt in the putting contest, and just hang out with us for this afternoon on a Tuesday.
And the par 3 course. It's a lot of fun. You get a bucket of flight and you hit that. That's a good time.
Absolutely.
This whole thing is a good time. We've been here since lunch. Now, I was told it came highly recommended to get the cheesesteak quesadilla. And then you ordered the brisket sandwich, and I almost hesitated. I was like, oh.
Dude, it was good.
It's hard to pass up a brisket sandwich.
It was good.
And then dude said, get the quesadilla. He said, our brisket sandwich is good, but that cheesesteak quesadilla, and it was damn good.
Well, it looked good, but I'm happy with my choice. I've got no regrets. They had jalapenos on that thing. They had some, and you wouldn't like tomatoes on there.
Yeah, no, I don't want all that.
I'm just saying it was delicious.
Well, see, and I didn't get jalapenos on my quesadilla, no peppers. And Renee wanted to try one beer Santa, and he was like, man, this is awful white, man. Where's the flavor? It worked, though.
It works.
It was good. That's all I cared about. It was good.
So, look, you're going to come out here. You're not going to be thirsty. Plenty to drink. The food is great. Come on out here and hang out with us on this Tuesday. Again, it's the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. Get out here, bring your appetite, and come thirsty.
And that 10-week putting series that they're starting starts today. But again, between now and 6 o'clock, whether you're doing the 10-week series or you just want to come have some fun on a Tuesday, the putting contest deal, absolutely free. Come play. Honor system, though.
And why not do both? I mean, come on, you can practice and try to beat me or Minix, and then you get in the real deal.
Yeah.
That's it, what, 6?
Yeah, that's
something
it.
Like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
They'll give us all the details.
Right.
We don't need details.
We don't.
Just get here.
Just get on out here, man.
You can figure it out. Joe did get a 52. I got a 55.
Boy, it's struggled, too, although I had to rally the last 3 holes to get the dub. So that, but that's what good players do. When you're down and you're not doing your best, you find that extra gear and you rally down the stretch. And that's exactly what happened today.
Do you keep telling yourself that?
That's exactly what happened today.
See, we had the video guy that was trying to get me to do trick shots, and I was willing to sacrifice my game because I had a pretty good lead. And once I started jacking around, it all went downhill.
That's it.
That's exactly what happened. It's almost like Jerry Jones trying to find a linebacker on day 1 of free agency. He was close, but he couldn't get the deal done.
Well, and again. Look, not to disparage my executive of the year, but if you want somebody, go get them. Go get them. I mean, does that make sense or not? If you want somebody, you want Max Crosby, go get him. If you want Nakobe Dean, go get him. Why are you letting somebody else beat you out, Jerry? Go get him if that's the guy that you want and put him on your team now. I'm sure there's other linebackers out there. I know there's one guy they've been talking about, but I mean, come on.
The idea, like Nakobe Dean, apparently the deal was close. And according to reports, it was like 51-49. He went with his gut feeling. All right, cool. I don't want that guy anyway. But a couple of the others that the Cowboys are in on, and I realized they had a limit that they were willing to spend. But when you see some of you're like, well, crap, Jerry, you could have come up with that. You can figure some of that out. Now, day 1, the Cowboys did some things. They made a trade. They signed a safety, but they still need to get a linebacker. They still need that solid linebacker. And to this point, they haven't gotten that part done. I don't know if you're glass half full. Are you encouraged that they're at least in the mix, in the conversation? They've got a limit they're willing to go to before they bail, or somebody else just makes a incredible offer that blows the Cowboys out of the water. I don't know if I should be excited that they're at least in the mix at this part of free agency, because normally they're not. What were there? 4 teams yesterday that didn't do anything. I'm used to the Cowboys being on that list. This year, the Cowboys have done some stuff.
Well, and again, they've gone for the last I saw, there were about $12 million under the cap, $23 million, I think, something like that. They're trying to do something about that. Todd Archer, ESPN, is reporting that the Cowboys have restructured Kenny Clark's contract, turning $11 million into a roster bonus, opened up about $8.8 million on the cap. So they're still in a deficit situation, but they're working on it.
But they can get there, and you knew they were going to rework Kenny Clark's contract the minute they decided they were going to keep him. Remember, his deal after the trade for Micah Parsons was Easy to get out of this offseason if they wanted, and easy to convert if they decided to keep him. Although I know a couple of days ago his cap number was higher than Micah Parsons, and you knew that wasn't going to change. I know it's easy to take shots at Jerry and the Cowboys for things like that, but it was real in the moment, and those that were taking shots probably knew better, but, they want to go after the low-hanging fruit. The Cowboys are going to make that a better deal for them, and they have.
Okay. That's where you want to go with. If you want somebody, go get them. Get the Rams doing that. The New England Patriots said they want somebody, they go and get them. That's what winning teams do. That's what you do. You like a player, you want him, you go get him, and you don't let somebody else beat you out. That's all I'm saying. And I love Jerry Jones, by the way. And you know this.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Pledge, can you turn this other camera on, or do I need another thing for that? Little behind-the-scenes thing. I just want everybody to see the putting green out here, if they can.
The shiny.
Exactly right.
Right now, I'll just show you what the putting green.
Thank you, Pledge. I know we can go over that, but I wanted people to see that. This is just a part. But if you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, you can see the part of the putting green or putting course, I guess, the putt-putt course. So you can see that out there, and that's it. You can see all the humps and the hills and the angles and the sand traps and the this and the that. And there's rocks and there's all kinds of stuff that could cause you trouble out there. So, so bring your A game when you come out here.
Yeah, your A game. All you got to do is beat 52, which honestly isn't that hard.
Well, you couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. I wasn't expected to do it. You didn't think I'd break 60.
Well, I really
didn't. And here I'm right there at 55.
I was shocked because the way you played the last three holes is kind of what I was expecting the entire day. And you made a few putts. You got lucky on a couple.
I got lucky on a couple of them.
You did.
So did you, my friend. Exactly. Thank you, Shotty.
Yeah.
Exactly what Ryan Eagle needs to do with his putter.
Well, I've been tempted to do that many a time with my putter. I can guarantee you that.
Nothing like when Joe misses, the anger. Oh, man. You could just see his face is turning red, especially when he misses a gimme.
Dude.
And there were a lot of those.
Yeah, well.
There's the pressure.
There were a few.
Cameras on, Beer Santa's watching, laughing.
There were a few. He did,
Oh, yeah.
Beer Santa got a kick out of that. He did.
I know. Notice he didn't have a putter, and he was like, I don't want to slow you guys down.
Well, he putts from the wrong side anyway.
Which over here probably gives him an advantage.
It might.
Because of all the angles.
It might.
Because of all the angles. You know how those lefties are? That's why Tua got a job with the Dolphins, because, Michael Penix is a lefty. They didn't want to have to change everything with their backup, maybe starting quarterback in Tua or Penix, depending on which one is healthy on any particular day.
You know the guy I feel sorry for today? Geno Smith. The poor dude's got to go back and serve more time with the New York Jets.
Dude thought he was going to get released, could pick his own destination.
Oh, my goodness.
And they said, hang on, hold on. The Jets are willing to give us something for you? All right, we're not going to release you. We're going to trade you. The same might be happening with Kyler Murray. The Cardinals are holding that dude hostage.
Poor Geno. It's going to be interesting. We're going to talk about all the free agent news, but I tell you what, there's a huge game right here in San Antonio tonight inside the Frost Bank Center. The two best teams in the NBA since the calendar turned 2026, the Boston Celtics and the San Antonio Spurs, going head-to-head inside the Frost Bank Center tonight. We're talking about it. We continue live from the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. Come on out and see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
San Antonio has a drinking problem, and it's getting worse every day. More and more people are on the bottle. This is Rob Thompson for Connecticut Quality Water Systems of San Antonio in the Hill Country, and I want to help you get off the bottle. The plastic water bottle, that is. I don't blame you. Tap water has that off taste, but buying bottled water over and over is like losing in the first round every single week. You keep paying, you keep hauling it home, and the bottled water companies keep hauling your money to the bank. There's a better way out there. Right now, when you buy Connecticut water softener, you get a K5 reverse osmosis drinking station free. It's installed right in your kitchen sink. It's like having a bottled water machine at home without the bottles. Pure, clean, great tasting water. The K5 helps remove the contaminants and reduce the stuff that messes with taste and odor. Do what Dave Ramsey recommends. Do what I do. Make the wise investment. Call Connecticut today, 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE. Go get one today. I know you're going to be thanking me later.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, King JCG is making fun of us on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. It says the Facebook post of y'all putting is hilarious and the music makes it even more comical.
I didn't hear the music.
I didn't hear the music
We just
either.
saw it, but
Yeah.
I mean, we shot some just funny stuff just for video. That was
wish. See, I can't lie to these people, Jason. I can't lie to them. That was real.
There were some good shots. There were there were a number of twos. There were neither one of us got an ace.
Nobody.
There were a lot of twos. There were a couple of fours, which is the max. A lot of twos and threes. But obviously, Caden hates us and did not send those to Pledge to put those videos together because nobody wants to see us making putts.
Of course not. No, they want to see the funny stuff. What are you, a clown?
But the one where I got air, that didn't make it, right, on that ramp over there? I mean, Caden, I don't know why you didn't send that one in. I mean, I went that route, which was the beginning of my downfall, because Caden was like, do that part. Don't play it safe. Hit it over St. Andrews. And
well, you were afraid that you're going to get in that sand trap, so you hit it too hard. That's not Caden's fault. That's yours.
But I wouldn't have hit it on that. I would have been like you and just kind of gone around.
Yeah,
I'd have been fine.
Yeah.
It cost me a damn win. It kept Reinega from eating an arch, which I did on purpose because friends don't let friends have arch sauce.
No, they don't, unless that's what you want, and I don't. So I appreciate that. That's good.
That's what sober golf looks like.
Yeah, it is, and that's sad. I'd love to come out here with a bucket of flights and do this again. That would be kind of cool. It'd be nice. You know what? You can do that right now, though. If you want to get out of the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill, you can get yourself a bucket of flights or as many flights as you'd like and go play and try to beat 52. Y'all think it's funny? Ha, ha, ha. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go.
Put your money. It's free.
Well,
it's free right now.
It's a saying, man. It's a saying. So, come out here, and if you think you're better than me, come on. Prove it. Let's go.
Could win a golf bag from Fright by Yingling.
Dude, and they're nice.
That's it.
They are really nice.
You could win that. I mean, it really, when I say the best golf towel, it is. The Kangen coolers are incredible. What is very, very cool is it's March 10th.
Yes.
And for the first time in years, there are reasons to be excited about the San Antonio Spurs. Playing games that matter down the stretch. Games like tonight. Possible NBA Finals preview.
Yeah,
I mean, we had one of those the other day with Detroit. We had one of those the other day with the New York Knicks. But when you look at what Boston has done since the calendar flipped to 2026, when you look at what the Spurs have done since the calendar's flipped to 2026, these are the two best teams. Tonight at the Frost Bank Center, this should be one hell of a fun basketball game to watch.
It really should be, with the way the Spurs are playing, with the way Boston's playing. Both teams healthy, both teams with all their stars. There's no excuses. And, this should be a dandy of a basketball game, no doubt about it. Last I checked, Spurs were a 3.5-point favorite tonight. So depending on how you like to do things, there you go. And I'll check it periodically throughout the afternoon.
I mean, but I mean, honestly, the way the Spurs have been playing, and I know Boston's playing well, I like the Spurs in 3.5.
You do?
I do. I mean, this team has played so well. It'll be interesting to see Boston because obviously it's been a while, and with Jason Tatum, that is a different mix. But I don't know. Something since he went and saw the Northern Lights, man, Wemby is playing like a different dude. And when Wemby is playing at that level, like he has been, everybody else is able to find their groove. I mean, it does. When Wemby is off, other people can pick up the slack, and that's the depth of this basketball team. But when he's rolling, it seems like everybody else is rolling. When was the last time? Without looking back or trying to go find it, right? No research, just your memory. When was the last time Wemby had a great game and everybody else around him sucked? It's been a while.
It has been a while.
There's been some games where Wemby has struggled offensively, and you could say, all right, well, on that night, Fox picked it up. On that night, Castle picked it up, and they were still able to get wins during the rodeo road trip, especially when Wemby was looking very tired after the All-Star break. But I can't remember the last time Wemby was rolling and nobody was with him.
You're right. I can't think off the top of my head when the last time that has happened. And I like it when Wemby is playing the way that he's playing. And again, I will credit Mitch Johnson now for having Wemby more involved with setting things up, bringing the ball down the court. It seemed like they got away from that for a little while. Now they're back to it. And the Spurs have so many guys that can get the offense going. We're talking about Wemby. Castle can do it. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox can get that done. You could have a Devin Vassell getting that done as well. Keldon Johnson, too. So many different options for Mitch Johnson, bringing the ball up the floor and getting this thing and getting the Spurs into their offense. I'm looking forward to this game, though, because I'm with you. What you said at the beginning of this segment, the fact that it is March 10th, and we're sitting here with meaningful basketball games that actually mean something in the playoff race, and the Spurs are involved, and we're talking about two of the best teams in the NBA right now, and one of them is that team in silver and black.
And I think the excitement level in San Antonio for this Spurs team, I'm actually a little surprised I haven't seen car flags yet, but let's go back in time. This feels like car flag excitement level for the San Antonio Spurs. Since you retired from Ken's TV after 25 years and joined this radio station, 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
This is the first time that we're doing a Spurs segment ahead of NFL free agency.
Absolutely.
Because let's face it, the other 3 years you've been a part of this show, this time of year, it's all what Jerry isn't doing. as opposed to what the Spurs, all right, well, they'll get loss number 58 tonight. I mean, it's funny how everywhere I seem to go now, and I'm guessing you are the same way, people are asking more about the Spurs than what the Cowboys should be doing. It's been a long time since it's felt this way in San Antonio.
Well, and I think what you just said is the reason why. Nobody expected, even though Jerry talks a good game, nobody expected him to be active on day one of the free agency period. And he was, to give him credit. But the fact that the Spurs are 15-1 in their last 16 games is just incredible. I think they've only lost 8 games since 2026 began. It's just unbelievable the way they're playing ball. They're deep, they play defense, and they've just got so many different options. And with the Boston Celtics coming into town, with Tatum healthy, with Brown healthy, with everybody healthy, this is going to be a nice measuring stick, I think. The fact it's in the Frost Bank Center is good, but this is going to be one of those games. And I thought it was going to be Detroit, but I think Detroit's they're pretenders at this point in time. Boston is not. Boston is for real.
So we've got 2 legit title contenders playing in San Antonio tonight. The Jason Tatum factor is interesting because, surprisingly, he has looked good. In this will be game number 3 for him.
Yeah, the fact that he's back is
the fact that he's back and hasn't shown a lot of rust. In the 2 games, 35 points, 15 rebounds, 9 assists. He seemingly, one of the concerns I had with him coming back is, man, they were really good without him. Do you mess with that chemistry? But again, how do you keep a guy like Tatum off the bench if he is ready to go? And in 10 months' time, the fact that he is back, I think, is a bit of a miracle. And he certainly doesn't seem to be rushing it to try to be a part of a potential title run for the Boston Celtics, and enough regular season left for him to find rhythm personally and for the team to find rhythm and chemistry with them before the playoffs begin. Credit him and his rehab and his doctors for getting that done. And it does change a little bit about tonight, but one of the reasons I'm confident that the Spurs will match up well, offensively, it's going to come down to them making shots because their defense has been consistent. And can their defense do enough? I mean, Boston's going to jack up a lot of threes. The Spurs are going to jack up a lot of threes. Wemby's going to block shots. He always does. That's going to be the fun part of tonight.
Well, it is going to be fun. And I am a little disappointed, and I will say this because he's really turned into a hell of a player. This Peyton Pritchard for Boston, he's out. He's been out for several games. He's out again tonight. He won't play against the Spurs. But this guy's come out of nowhere, out of complete nowhere, and he has really been a fixture and a key contributor for that Boston Celtics team, especially with Tatum missing all the time that he missed. So I'm sorry not to see that guy, but hopefully we'll get to see him again come June.
Well, it'd be awesome if we were seeing him in June. It's always nice when Derek White comes home, although tonight
he's the enemy.
I hope he doesn't have a great game.
He's the enemy.
Because he's one that has gotten away that I really miss. Although, quite honestly, when I think about the guard play that the Spurs have now, I don't know that Derek White would have a role on this team. Well, he would have a role, but not the same kind of role he has in Boston.
Well, and it's interesting because you can say what you want, but I think they're different players, and I'm not comparing the two head to head. But you look at a Derek White and a Steph Castle, the things that both of those guys can do, and the defense that both of those guys play. They're very similar in my mind, and so in that respect, I think the Spurs have found their Derek White. So to speak, and maybe Castle turns out to be a much better player. But at this point in time, that's what he reminds me of. And so both teams have that stopper.
On our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, a couple of comments. John Sobry says, free coffee at Valero this time? Or is it that time? And Anthony says, no one's mentioning the race for Sace this year. We did it the years that we sucked. That's a good point. It's been so long since we've had free coffee. I wonder if people remember that used to be a thing.
Well, it is a thing, but only in the playoffs.
Only in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's that time you would start gearing up, and maybe somebody over at Spurs Sports Entertainment is working on that with one of the convenience stores. I would assume Valero, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. The race for Sace. Let's get to the playoffs. I'm sure those kinds of things will start again. Although one of the cool things about Wemby and this group of Spurs players is while they're always very respectful of the tradition and history of the San Antonio Spurs, they have created a lot of new things, starting with the Jackals and the post-game skull chants that they, got from Minnesota. I'm curious if those boys will come up with something on their own that identifies this group. Tim, Tony, Manu had their run. They respect that. But what is this group going to want to do? Maybe they'll have something else up their sleeve, whether it's player-led, Wemby-led, because he is so involved, or some of the new hires over at the Spurs corporate office that maybe say, race for Sace never actually worked. What else can we come up with?
I'm cool with that.
Do we want something new?
I thought you were talking about the coffee, and I was going to go, well, what do they want? Yogurt?
Well,
they want some,
I
don't know, some almonds?
He's French. He might want espresso. I don't know. See, I don't drink coffee, so the free coffee thing never meant a damn thing to me. How about a free 5-hour energy shot?
I like coffee, but I never was a participant in the free coffee deal there. But still, I mean, if they want to
Whataburger can come up with honey butter biscuit breakfasts.
How about a free Whataburger? I mean, that'd be great. Spurs win, you get a free number 1.
Better than a free number 2.
Somebody will come up with something, but we need to get ready for it because, look, the Spurs are going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a foregone conclusion. So they're going. It's just a matter of where they go in at, and it looks very much like they're going to be the number 2 seed. Last night, Oklahoma City, with a last-second shot by SGA, which may have sealed the MVP award for him. They beat Denver, so they stay 3 games ahead of the Spurs, and so it's going to be difficult to catch those guys.
SGA, and man, that game last night, fun game to watch. But one of the betting services, Bet Online, they send us emails daily with all kinds of stuff. Most of the time, I don't even open them and you just delete and move on. But this one, Spurs and Wemby pass Nuggets and Joker in future. So I had to read that. And there's all this about the Spurs history that we all know. It says in here they need to be taken seriously despite the lack of playoff experience. The odds makers at Bet Online are certainly taking them seriously, as the Spurs have passed the Nuggets and are now tied with the Celtics for the second best odds to win the NBA title. Additionally, Wemby has passed the Joker for second place in MVP odds. So you've got Oklahoma City at 3-2 to win the title, plus 150. The Celtics and Spurs 11-2 odds are plus 550. Denver's 15-2 plus 750.
There you go. There. Something's happening out there.
I know. If you're watching on YouTube, Beer Santa claims to have made a shot that nobody saw. There is video of it.
Yeah,
but
I think
it's going to look like on the Sabruder film.
I think Nick put it in over there, and we just heard Beer Santa laugh and scream, and that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, with all their Dallas Stars promotions with Flight by Yingling, that was a kick save and a beauty.
Nicely done. Hey, you can come out here and challenge Beer Santa if you want to. He's out there. He's waiting for you. Anybody can come out there. You got to beat a score of 52. All right, that was my score today. Minix was 55. If you beat 52, your name's going to go into a bucket for a chance to win a Flight by Yingling golf bag, and those things are nice. So you got to come out here to the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. That's where you get it done. You don't even have to pay to play. It's free out there, thanks to our friends from Flight by Yingling. So get on out here, bring your putter, and participate out here. Try to win yourself a brand new golf bag. A lot of free agency stuff going on still. It is day 2 of the legal tampering period. Tomorrow, teams can start signing their players and making it all official and all that stuff. But today, we're still going with rumors. The Cowboys did something today, Jason, I just shake my head at, and I'm wondering why. I just don't understand it. But we'll talk about it. We continue here live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Stop it.
Join NAW Northwest Automotive Warehouse, the San Antonio Gunslingers, and Real Truck for a pregame tailgate party Saturday, March 28th. Bring the family and meet the team ahead of their March 29th season opener with free food, games, and prizes. Plan your tailgating and seasonal adventures with Real Truck products like Undercover Ultraflex, Retracts, and other outdoor must-haves. Join the NAW Gunslingers and Real Truck for a free family event Saturday, March 28th at Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Culebra Road. Online at nawtruckaccessories.com.
Winter is in full swing, and Aleve is here to keep you moving. When the cold weather sets in, everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going with long-lasting body pain relief to get you through whatever the season brings. Chilly days or cozy nights, Aleve gives you that long-lasting body pain relief you can count on this winter. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars take on the Vegas Golden Knights tonight in a battle of two of the best in the West. And my friends at Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. It's going to be a great game, and the Stars are undefeated in games when Flight has had one of these watch parties. So go watch them win, and you could win some cool exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like t-shirts and hats, and register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for two, a hotel, 2 game tickets, must be at least 21 years of age to enter. It's going to be a great experience in Philly, and this will be your last chance to get registered at one of these Stars watch parties. The Stars and Golden Knights. Puck drops at 7 at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity and action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros. Whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs, when you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice. With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim B, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Had to finish that piece of ice before I just got a drink, had a big piece of ice. And
I'm impressed that I've got no ice left in my water.
None at all, and there's none in there. But the nice lady inside here will she'll take care of you if you want some ice.
Nah,
she's very kind.
She is.
Make sure you tip her, will you?
Everybody here is very nice.
Well, absolutely.
Everybody here is nice.
And y'all should come out here. If you're listening to this show, if you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, we do appreciate that. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. And what they've done to this place is fantastic. It is a place to come out. If you want to hit some balls, you can do that. We got a lot of people over here to my left doing that. The big putt golf course that they've got out here with our putting contest going on, you can do that. They've got a par 3 golf course out here. You can do that. Plus, they've got a full bar in there. Right now, they've got Flight by Yingling at $3.50 for a pint.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
In the aluminum can or draft, whichever is your preference. And I'll tell you what, while the putting contest, you can come play the miniature golf, the putting deal, free until 6 o'clock. The driving range is here. You heard Big Voice Guy. Our golf tournament coming up March 30th, presented by Flight by Yingling, is officially sold out. So you need to work on your game. We've got a lot of flight golf stuff. Look out there. If you're watching on YouTube, the flight golf shirts this year.
Those are nice.
Yeah, absolutely. These are nice because our golf tournament sold out coming up March 30th. You need to work on your game. You need to really get to know Beer Santa. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you really do.
And the next Beer Santa.
You get on his nice list.
The
not
Beer
the
Santa
one.
in waiting. How does the Santa structure work? You've got the king, and then the guy that's going to be king is called the what?
The prince.
The prince. All right, but he's more of the Joker. Can the Joker end up? I mean, but in the Santa's world, because you can't call him Mrs. Claus.
I wouldn't say he's Mrs. Claus.
Is he an elf? Is Santa in waiting? Santa in training?
Could he be the elf manager? I mean, or the
manager
elf?
of the elves? the elf manager.
Maybe so.
I mean, that's a small title. It's possible, but you got to. I mean, trust me, you need to know the beer guys.
You do need to know the beer guys. It's always good to know the beer guys.
And say that, and a guy walking by with his Coke looked at it and realized he made a poor choice.
He did make a poor choice. Yeah. That's all right, buddy. You can go back inside and get one if you'd like. No, a lot of fun. Come on out and see us, and you got to beat the score of 52.
Yep.
And you will be in the running for a Flight by Yingling golf bag. And they are really, really nice.
And some other great prizes. The Cowboys have been in the running for a handful of linebackers and have lost out. Nakobe Dean is the one that maybe stings a little bit more, although quite honestly, and if you've listened to this show at any point in the last couple of weeks, Nakobe Dean is one that I expected to end up in Dallas because of his relationship with Christian Parker. But I've also been very cautious about the excitement level for him because one of the reasons the Eagles are willing to let him go is his injury history.
Yep.
He's really good when he's available. And when you have Eagle fans comparing him to Sean Lee or Leighton Vander Esch, that gives me some pause. So I'm not overly bummed that he chose the Raiders, because I had concern level, but I am bummed. Dude, you chose the Raiders over the Cowboys. But he said familiarity with guys in the room and staff is what's being reported by Jane Slater. And the other one that you look at Queen, there was a lot of talk last night about him. But according to Jane Slater, not everybody in the room was on board, and they didn't want to reach just to fill a position of need. Wow, that's very refreshing, because everything that we've heard is group decision. And if people aren't on board, if there were people objecting, all right, let's move on and go find somebody else that we can all agree on that we think is going to be a good fit.
Well, they're going to have to address that at some point, whether that's in free agency or through the draft. That's definitely a need for the Cowboys. Now, look, they did keep Sam Williams.
Yep.
I don't know why. To a one-year deal, it's very cheap, $3 million by NFL standards. Sam Williams has been the biggest disappointment besides Mozzie Smith that the Cowboys have had. He's been awful. And I'm not sure why they want to keep him around for another year.
It's interesting because I'm fine with Sam Williams on 1 year for $3 million.
I think you would play better than Sam Williams has played.
Sam has had his moments.
Very few.
But again, he had limited opportunities. But
there's a reason for that.
Well, sure, but he's also a core special teams guy. Now, I think everybody's going to point out, I don't know, a roughing the punter, but he blocked a punt. He blocked the punt that Marshawn Nealon was able to score on at the high point of what turned out to be an awful week for Marshawn Nealon. But core special teams guy that's been there, and the expectation was he could be that pass rush specialist.
It was a second-round draft pick.
And he has not lived up to that. I'm curious about seeing what this new staff can do with a guy like Sam Williams, because it feels like Christian Parker in this new staff has taken a couple of people and decided, you know what, I think a position change will be better for you and better for us. So 1 year for $3 million, I got no problem with that. If it would have been a 2 or 3 year contract in double digits, I might sing a different tune. But 1 year, $3 million, I got no problem with the Cowboys bringing back Sam Williams.
Well, that's good. I mean, as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. I think it's true. I think it's horrible. I think it's terrible. The guy has had 4 years to do something. He's done absolutely nothing. And for the Cowboys to waste $3 million on this guy, I'm not sure why they're doing it, but I guess they have their reasons, and we'll find out. But he's certainly not a guy that's going to – he's not a difference maker by any stretch of the imagination. And so we'll see what happens. But he is with them for the next year at least.
At least for now. And I'm also curious on a 1 year, $3 million deal, if somebody else is able to win that roster spot in training camp, or they can move on from him. So, a placeholder for now, core special teams guy that might get an opportunity on defense, provide a little bit of depth. Again, 1 year, $3 million, do that all day. It also tells you where the market is. And, another area where Reinegal, I'm surprised hasn't done this yet. Executive of the year candidate, Jerry Jones, in Reinegal's mind. You see deals like Rico Dowdle got?
I saw that.
The Javonte Williams deal with Dallas, brilliant, because my goodness, were they ahead of the market, which never happens with Dallas, and they got a deal done that Javonte Williams and his agent can't be thrilled seeing what the running back market has turned into. But what a deal for the Dallas Cowboys, and the fact that they got it done early and well below market value for a multi-year contract.
Well, they did. In case you haven't heard, Rico Dowdle's going to Pittsburgh on a 2-year deal. What is it, $25 million? Which is a hell of a deal for Rico Dowdle. My goodness. So, yeah, if you can get that. But look, a lot of people may say he earned that, although I think down the stretch last year he kind of crapped himself out a little bit. And he wasn't quite as good as he was earlier in the season. Yeah, interesting move by Pittsburgh, but they needed a running back, and Dowdle was there. And I think they overpaid for him, quite frankly, but we'll see how that works out.
Well, I think you got a couple of things playing there for Rico Dowdle signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of familiarity with the head coach there. It's a 2-year, $12.25 million deal. 12 years, not 12 a year, $12 million total. So
total, okay, got you.
A little more than 6. but he's also reunited with Mike McCarthy, and they still don't have a quarterback. But if they are flirting with Aaron Rodgers, making sure there's a solid run game is something that Aaron Rodgers is going to want, and they were able to do that. But also, I think Rico probably feels very comfortable with Mike McCarthy's system, and Mike McCarthy obviously wasn't full of crap when he kept saying how much he liked Rico Dowdle.
Well, obviously not. He brings him to Pittsburgh with him, and they've got a running back, and that is something that they needed. A lot of people are talking about Aaron Rodgers, and I guess I get it. I'm trying to come around to why people are so intrigued with that old dude. But, everybody's thought, well, now they got 2 wide receivers. So Aaron doesn't want to train anybody. He doesn't want a young guy that he's got to show the ropes to. Now he's got 2 veterans out there, and it's just like, when are you going to give Will Howard an opportunity? You drafted this guy. You just want to keep, and maybe that says something about Will Howard. I don't know. Perhaps it does if they keep wanting to bring, an 85-year-old back to the mix. And I just don't get it.
Aside from your obvious love for Aaron Rodgers as a human, on a 1-year deal, is Aaron Rodgers a better option than what is currently on the market? And the answer is probably yes. Would you sign him to a 2 or 3 year contract? Hell no. Does Aaron want to go to Pittsburgh knowing he's got to see Max Crosby twice a year? I would probably guess no, but Aaron Rodgers at the end of last year did not look good. The year before, that year with the Jets, you thought, all right, man, he can still play. But I don't know if it was just what was around him that made him look so bad or not. But I do think it's still at this point, I've got 1 year. I think I'd rather go Aaron Rodgers than some of those that are available. And again, you thought Geno Smith was going to be available. He got traded back to the New York Jets. Man, that guy must hate life right now.
He must.
Kyler Murray is available, well, or will be available, might be available, because the Cardinals, I love the term, are holding him hostage because they haven't officially released him yet, so he can't go find a new team. Kirk Cousins is going to be available, but he's going to be expensive. And, it was 1 year ago today that the Seattle Sea Chickens signed Sam Darnold, and everybody was like, what the hell are they doing? Why would they get rid of Geno Smith to go sign a Sam Darnold? And it turned into a Super Bowl. Everybody is looking for that kind of success, but I don't know that there's a quarterback out there that's available that is going to fill that bill, and that includes Tua. Malik Willis going to Miami. Some thought that he could end up in Pittsburgh. If you're Pittsburgh, is Aaron Rodgers still your best option?
I don't know. I mean, I might, if depending on what Kirk Cousins costs you, I'd rather have him. I'd believe it or not, I'd probably take Aaron Rodgers over a Kyler Murray at this point in time. I'm just not sure Kyler is the guy. I mean, he had an opportunity with some Arizona teams, maybe a different system, and he'll be okay. I just don't know at some point in time. But I guess if people are going to pay you $10 million every year for you to come back, then why not? No, regardless of how you play or what you look like. There's talk Minnesota is interested in Aaron Rodgers, bringing him into the Vikings. So he's going to have some options, that's for sure. I don't understand it, but then again, man, there you go.
If I'm a Viking fan, with what's available, I sure hope Kyler Murray ends up in Minnesota. I think Kyler with that offense, that could be dangerous.
I'm not sold on Kyler Murray.
That could be dangerous.
Not at all. By the way, Jordan Schultz is reporting the Cowboys have signed another safety, a guy by the name of P.J. Locke. It's a 1 year deal, $5 million. So he's played with Christian Parker, or on the same team as a Christian Parker, whatever Parker was coaching at that point in time. So I guess that's the deal. But it is just a 1 year, $5 million deal. So safety P.J. Locke coming to the Dallas Cowboys.
And still no word on Trey Hendrickson, which tells me his asking price is way too high. He thinks a lot of himself. So it'll be interesting to see ultimately what happens there. And the Cowboys still searching for a linebacker. I almost wonder if they end up trading for somebody that they can control so they don't lose out. And also I saw Jane Slater, they're evaluating one Reek Woolen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it'd be good to have the UTSA kid there. That would be good. We'll see what they do with that. Cowboys have some options. They got to get back under the salary cap, however, and they started working on that by redoing Kenny Clark's deal today, clearing about almost $9 million off the cap. So they're working on it, and we'll see what else they can do. In the meantime, we are working hard. A day on the golf course. Even a golf course driving range is better than a day in the office, and that's where we are. San Pedro Driving Range, Bar and Grill, that's where we are. We got a putting tournament going on with some big-time prizes. All you have to do is beat 52. Easy.
Yeah, it is
Should
easy.
Be easy.
Should be easy to beat 52.
You will have an opportunity to win a Flight by Yingling golf bag. And they are beautiful. I'm going to tell you that. They are absolutely beautiful. So make your way on down here. Come see us at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
San Antonio has a drinking problem, and it's getting worse every day. More and more people are on the bottle. This is Rob Thompson for Connecticut Quality Water Systems of San Antonio in the Hill Country, and I want to help you get off the bottle. The plastic water bottle, that is. I don't blame you. Tap water has that off taste, but buying bottled water over and over is like losing in the first round every single week. You keep paying, you keep hauling it home, and the bottled water companies keep hauling your money to the bank. There's a better way out there. Right now, when you buy Connecticut water softener, you get a K5 reverse osmosis drinking station free. It's installed right in your kitchen sink. It's like having a bottled water machine at home without the bottles. Pure, clean, great tasting water. The K5 helps remove the contaminants and reduce the stuff that messes with taste and odor. Do what Dave Ramsey recommends. Do what I do. Make the wise investment. Call Connecticut today, 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE. Go get one today. I know you're going to be thanking me later.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Nigel, why are you wearing a tuxedo?
That's not just a tux. It's a statement.
But your pants are 3 inches too short and your shirt has ruffles? Folks, there's nothing sophisticated about plumbing or AC problems. When repairs are needed, call Quarter Moon and we'll have a truck at your home or office fast and we'll fix the problem with fair pricing.
Joel, don't be jealous of my new look.
That looks like it's from the 70s and man, it sure is tight.
Nonsense, Joel.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event starting March 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Couple of moves in the NFL this afternoon. Let's get you caught up. The Houston Texans are adding to their offensive line. They reach a 2-year, $25 million deal with former Colts offensive tackle Braden Smith. 13.5 of that is guaranteed. Las Vegas Raiders have traded quarterback Geno Smith to the New York Jets. That's his second stint with the Jets, poor guy. Patriots have reached a deal to bring Green Bay wide receiver Romeo Doubs to New England.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy to have you along on this Tuesday afternoon. It'd be even better if we could see you in person out here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and boy, it's turned out to be a pretty good afternoon.
Oh, it's a great afternoon. Get out here. Driving range is open. People walking in with their clubs, and we've got the putting contest, which is free. It is free with everybody except for this dude with that ugly golf bag.
What is that,
He
dude?
needs to get in to try to win a real bag, one from Flight by Yingling, not that ugly-ass Buffalo Bills bag that he's – God.
Well, actually, it's a nice-looking bag. It's just got the wrong team on there.
Well,
he was very proud of it, though, and he walked by us pretty quick.
Although the way he carries the bag, the Bills are upside down.
That's pretty much par for the course, isn't it?
It was not A.J. Hoffman, by the way.
No, it was not. It was not.
It is interesting. Come play some golf. Get in the putting contest. You could win a Flight by Yingling golf bag. All you got to do is beat Reinagle's score of 52, and that will get your name into the bucket for the golf bag, Kanga cooler, and a towel. We also have some SeaWorld and Aquatica tickets to give away. It's spring break, so it's free.
Nice. Hayden, can I see that, please?
Come register to win.
Just want to make sure I can. Oh, it's taped. Never mind. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, he taped everything down because of the wind.
It's a little windy out here. It is a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld Aquatica.
Yep.
And then single-day passes to SeaWorld. So we've got both for you, and we're going to figure out how we want to give those away at some point in time during this fine broadcast. Mm-hmm. We'll do that. But, we're bribing you to get down here, and if that's not good enough for you, how about $3.50 for a pint of Flight?
And that's if you don't see Beer Santa and get a sample.
Exactly. And
Just
pretty
saying.
good chance you will get one of those.
Just say it.
But, yeah, get on down here and come see us. San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. Try this putt-putt golf course out. It really is a lot of fun and a big challenge, no doubt.
Come on down and have some fun on a Tuesday afternoon. Again, it's free until 6 p.m. today. And plus they have that putting contest 10-week series that starts today. We'll get some more details on that in a bit, but right now let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz, brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
There's parts of this job I don't like. And this is one of them. Talking about another man's issues. We do
that every day.
Well, yeah, but this is personal. Dak Prescott, his failures on the field, that's one thing. That's open game. He signed up for that. When you fumble on the goal line a month from your wedding, but again, it's news, and we're obligated to talk about it.
Here we go.
Now,
yeah. Apparently he has been.
There were a variety of rumors as to why they called off the wedding. We all saw the email because one of the guests, gave that to TMZ. And now we're hearing from Page 6, not the prenup discussion. Apparently, although I'm still, this Page 6 article, the headline and the story do not say the same thing. See, the headline says Dak Prescott and Sarah Jane wedding called off over ongoing infidelity issues. Okay. All right. But when you read the article, it actually doesn't say that he was having sex with anybody else. She was upset that through social media and burner accounts, he was communicating with other women.
Burner accounts? Well, that ought to tell you something right there.
Uh-huh.
If he's got a burner account, dude, he doesn't want her to know about it.
Well, obviously.
But
it doesn't say he did anything except for send messages.
Well, I don't know. The first line in that story is she's accusing him of ongoing infidelity issues. But look, I don't know.
But it doesn't say he scored.
Well, I don't know a woman out there, though, if you've got a burner account and you're talking to other women, who's not going to be pissed off about it.
Would she be all right if from his actual account he was messaging women, including exes?
No, it wouldn't be okay. I mean, that's not okay to the current woman.
Now,
if you're reaching out to former women.
Now, I will say they don't use the term burner account. It's a new term. Incognito social media profiles.
He just got to quit that.
Inappropriate messages to multiple women and ex-flings.
Well, look, dude, if he's incognito, if it's a burner account, there's something happening there. It's either a little Tony Parker situation going on there with some sex talk, or they're actually doing something. So, look, and I certainly no one to judge, and I will not. But that's too bad with 2 kids, and if that's happening. But look, Dak Prescott, Cowboys quarterback. He's the highest paid player in the NFL, and he's going to get a lot of attention. And sometimes for guys, that's guys, you know what I'm talking about. It's very difficult to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that happened, maybe it didn't. There's a reason why this thing was called off.
Well, and I mean, she's known about it for a while, was trying to walk through it, and he just couldn't quit.
Well,
I mean, now, I do wonder, though, because in the TV industry especially, some of the unsolicited messages that female TV reporters and anchors get, I'm curious if these were unsolicited. The guys like Dak Prescott I wouldn't know what this is like. Get stuff like that. That you didn't ask for it.
Well, I'm sure
but if it was offered up, I mean, you're not going to be mad at it.
Yeah, but if he's got an incognito social media account or a burner phone or both, then he's trying to cover something up.
He just got to quit that.
Well, he wasn't very good at it if she knows about it.
Well, apparently not. But, I mean, why else would you? Do you have an incognito social media account?
I can barely handle mine.
I don't have one, and I don't have a burner phone. So, I mean,
where do you get a burner phone?
I have no clue where
you always hear about, like, on all those cop shows, his burner phone.
Yeah.
Where do you get a burner phone?
I'm assuming you can find one pretty easily. I mean, everybody seems to have one these days.
Only criminals.
Well, or guys that cheat on their girlfriends.
Well,
one of the
two.
Two.
But you never hear of the upstanding citizen with the burner phone.
Well, exactly. That's why you and I don't have one.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. It sounds good as anything.
I mean, you know where the T-Mobile store is. You know where the AT&T store is. You know where the Cricket store is. Where's the burner account?
See, I don't think you get burner accounts from legit places. I think you got to go to a not so legit
somebody on
place.
Military Drive with the not real Spurs T-shirts for sale.
There is somebody out there listening to us.
Well, they're not going to admit it.
Well, they could.
I mean, that's like having a secret handshake.
You don't know. You don't have to say you have one, but you can damn sure say you know where to get one because you heard it from a friend.
Yes, I do.
Because you heard it from a friend. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Guerrero on our Sports Star YouTube page says, just borrow your friend's phone. That's a bad idea, Tom.
Yeah, on a variety of levels.
That's a bad idea, my friend.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Speaking of mysteries, there's always there's a social media account, Twitter account, X account, whatever you want to call it, Ricky Scoops. Now, Ricky Scoops, through the years, incognito. Nobody knows who Ricky Scoops is. And he has broken a lot of stories. Now, one of his the other day was that Trey Hendrickson going to the Cowboys. And the NFL is trying to figure out who the hell this dude is. Who is this guy? And USA Today is trying to find out who is Ricky Scoops. And now that there's all this pressure, Ricky Scoops has apparently deleted all his social media accounts. He doesn't want to be caught. See, now there's some theories out there that, Shams or Schefter or whoever, all the big-time insiders, you notice how they always break a story about 5-8 minutes before the team will send something out? Is there somebody at the league office before they approve the press release? Do they send it to those guys? Is somebody like that in one of the in the NFL offices actually Ricky Scoops? Because this guy is never wrong. Rarely wrong.
Could very well be, and that's why the NFL wants to get to the bottom of it.
But and again, he knows he'd probably lose his job.
Well, yeah, he
probably
would.
got a good job. But Ricky Scoops has deleted his account,
and he can't be found, and that's
league
that's
is trying to
unfortunate.
hunt him down.
Speaking of that, something we didn't mention earlier, and I wonder if Pledge has got thoughts of how dumb are the Houston Texans?
Well,
I mean, seriously. I don't know if you've heard this. They got to redo contracts for Donnell Hunter and that horrible tight end they have.
Dalton Schultz.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Because they, I guess they turned it in too early or they signed it too early. They got to redo the whole thing now.
Well, they just got to change the date.
Well, I mean, come on, Houston.
They tried to break the rules.
Do better.
I mean, it's not like those guys are going to go anywhere else. Although I guess they could because their contracts that were originally submitted are not valid. They were rejected by Ricky Scoops in the NFL.
That's true. They were, and that's a sad thing. Now, John Sobry on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says, I seem to know a lot about burner accounts. I don't. And other people are saying you get those burner phones at Walmart.
At Walmart?
Walmart.
Oh.
And Christopher Summers says he's looked up Dak Prescott and zero evidence that he had another account. Well, I don't think it's going to be public knowledge if it's incognito.
That's it. I don't think you're going to search Dak. I mean, I have a hard – now, granted, dudes are dudes. But I have a hard time that Dak Prescott could have a burner account and have any kind of relationship, whether it's physical contact or just messages, with some of these ladies and it not get public. That dude is too concerned about his public image, way too concerned about his public image, too careful, too guarded. That would be, I mean, careless, although guys are idiots
yes.
when it comes to that.
Yes.
But he just seems too guarded to make a mistake like that with multiple people. If it were one, but according to, page 6, multiple, it's too risky that it would get out.
Dude, have you ever heard,
much on the line.
My dad used to tell me this, that thing can pull a freight train.
Yeah.
And
true.
So I don't care how upstanding you are. I don't care what you care about your reputation. There are some times that you just like, damn, I did it. And it's, look, Dak Prescott or anybody else for that matter, it's very difficult sometimes to refuse.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
I mean, but
I know you're trying to take up for your buddy Dak. I get it. I understand.
Well, of course I am.
I get it. But if
it were Cooper Rush, I think I'd believe it.
Cooper Rush. I don't think he has any attention. I'm not sure.
Quarterback in the NFL.
I'm not sure Cooper Rush is overrun with offers. If Dak Prescott is
surprised.
Good looking. Well, that's true because I've seen some band members that are just ugly as hell with women hanging all over him.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Exactly.
Son of a gun. Well, we'll see if any of that's true and whether it comes out or whether it doesn't. Who knows? By the way, I thought you would like this story. Is why I put it in there. The PGA Tour is going to do their own version of Hard Knocks.
Who the hell cares?
Well, exactly. And nobody cares about the NFL one.
Well,
but I'm just thinking that's kind of. I thought maybe you might get into a little.
I mean, Hard Knocks is good because it's NFL. But even Hard Knocks, and I do think it's because the teams in their own social media feeds giving us behind the scenes access. What made Hard Knocks special isn't there anymore. And PGA Tour, you might be into it a lot more. I could see, your favorite golfer opening up the closet and deciding which of the 18 white belts he's going to wear that day. That's not. I don't care.
Well, it could very well be, but I mean, they have issues as well. And they may be arguing with their caddy or their teaching instructor, or I don't know. Can't decide on what wedge they're going to use here and there. And maybe that Titleist is better than that other Callaway over there.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know. There's all kinds of things we can get into, Minix.
Yeah, which burner account?
I'm sure there's some of that going on the PGA Tour, on the NBA, and Major League Baseball,
all over?
the NHL. I mean, all of the above, dude.
Stop.
Please, are you kidding me? Oh, my goodness. Hey, when we come back, we're going to visit with the assistant manager here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. He's going to tell us about the putting contest that they're kicking off tonight, right after the Blitz is over, right around 6:30 or so. It's a 10-week tournament that you can get involved in. And we will hear from Ty Webb when we return live here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling and Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Love college basketball? Gear up for another exciting season of college ball with a special offer from BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a college basketball odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any college basketball bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. It's that simple. Log in and enjoy our odds boost token to help you create another memorable season of college ball. Head for the net with BetMGM all season long. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Total.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your livers so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94-1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim B, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
We are back here live on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and it is just a gorgeous day.
It is. The putting contest is free right now at San Pedro, so head on down here free until 6 o'clock tonight. Beat Ryan Eagle's score of 52, and you're in the running to
Ain't
win
happening.
a
Ain't
Flight
happening.
by Yingling golf bag. I shot a 55. Joe did beat me, but only by 3 when he thought he would win by 15. That was the spread.
Well, I didn't cover the spread, but I won the game. That's all that matters.
You feel good about yourself. The big D boys who hear us, Ty Webb, the assistant GM here.
I feel a little inadequate.
Exactly.
How we doing, guys?
Doing well.
Good, Ty. Good.
Man, I'm blessed to be here.
Well, dude, so are we, because this is the office today. We're out here at the driving range, the par 3, and the putting contest. Now, 52. How much should Ryan Eagle be bragging about a 52 on that putting course you have?
Say, listen, guys. Well, first of all, let me say I'm absolutely excited to be here with you, gentlemen. This is really big for Alamo City Golf Trails, and guys, getting to a 56, man, it's tough, but we got some guys out here that putt, man.
Well, that's what I hear. There's some ringers out here.
So, yeah, we got some guys, man. We got guys breaking even, man, right at 36s, 37s. Winning scores have been as low as 34s, 32s. My CEO, Andrew Peterson, when we first got this thing open a year ago, like his first day out, 32 in the bag.
Well, wait a minute. Now, don't suck up to the boss,
hey,
right? Don't suck up to the boss. That's all I'm hearing.
Listen, they know me for being God-honest truthful.
So you can tell him he can brag about his 52, but that ain't worth bragging about.
Oh, hey, listen, there's levels to this thing, right? So his 52 is his 52. I would not take that from him.
And it was the first time seeing the course.
Absolutely.
I just heard the boss man got a 32 the first time he saw it.
32, 34, but he paid for it, so he should be able to do well on it, right?
Well, that's exactly right. Put in all the bumps and the stuff.
Yes.
So he's the one to blame for that crap?
That's right.
He's the one to blame for it, yeah. But we do have a designer, Philip, who did a wonderful job out here last year on the course, working through the rain during those January, February months last year, getting it done. And it's just an amazing course, man. It's serious. We don't have the pinwheels and the dragon faces to put into like your normal putts, but for your serious game, it is a serious course. Absolutely. But we tend to have fun with it as well with kids and moms when their dad's on the range or playing the par 3. Family is more than welcome to go out there when they have time to.
That's nice. And speaking of that, you guys are starting a putting tournament, I guess, for lack of a better word, 10-week putting tournament. Tell us about it.
It's actually our 3rd season doing this. It was an idea. Again, my CEO Andrew wanted traffic out here, so I was just like, hey, well, we don't have a contest or anything. Let's zhuzh it up. for a good term, right?
How do you spell that?
Zhuzh. Zhuzh. I don't know. What sounds zhuzh? I don't know. But that was the idea behind it, and having an event or a season event was an idea that I kind of put on the table to have a recurring body of people coming out every week. We got some great faithfuls, and again, it was just another way to get people knowing about the putting course because it was new. And we just jumped right in with the tournament, and this is the third season. Starting to kick off with you guys is the third season that we're starting it. 10 weeks long. We've given away 2 wrestling belts. I actually have
2 wrestling
wrestling belts.
Wow.
Yeah, like WW real wrestling belts. This year we have a championship ring. I got it right here for you guys. So check this out.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the radio can't see that.
Well, you know what? If you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah, check it out on YouTube. Yeah, so we installed this championship ring right here with 57 if you want to call them diamonds.
If you want to call them diamonds.
If you want to call them diamonds.
It's got 57 diamonds. Absolutely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so we give that away at the end of our Tournament of Champions. So at the end of week 10, you could take this ring home and stunt on everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we Kate, our marketing, the design director, she designed the ring, and she did a phenomenal job on it. And we just excited about season 3 being in partnership with Yingling for the second season. All the gifts and knickknacks they brought out for us, free beer,
samples,
samples. Yeah. But it's an amazing time.
All right, so Ty, tell for people that want to come out, the 10-week series starts tonight, right?
The 10-week series starts tonight. It is absolutely the season 3 kickoff tonight here at San Pedro Part 3, the Putting Club. But we will be on Thursday nights going forward. So the 19th will be the second week. That Thursday will be the second week.
Okay.
Today's the first week on Tuesday, but every Thursday for the season, every Thursday we will be holding the putting contest.
Now, so do you post a score every Thursday night, and then the best score of the 10 weeks wins the?
So how that works is whoever aces or wins the tournament throughout the 10 weeks has automatically entered into the Tournament of Champions at the week 10. So we have over 10 weeks, we probably have about maybe 8 or 9 winners. We do have some that may win again. But at the end of that week, it's a free fall. I put in at least up to 20 participants. Put your money in and take some money home.
So nice. It starts tonight.
Yes, sir.
Do the people have to play every week?
No, you do not. You do not have to play every week. If you come out tonight, win tonight, and I don't see you until week 4, I'll see you week 4.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's just another reason to come here.
Another reason to come on a Tuesday. You just get out the house on a Tuesday, maybe right after work if you winding down and don't have to run home to the wife and kiddos so fast, or bring the wife and kiddos with you.
You got a business meeting.
Yeah, we got food out. Yeah,
meeting.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah, we have a great kitchen. Chef Roy is amazing in the kitchen. I think we have one of the best menus here along this long line of San Pedro food. We have the best stuff going on, and we're just looking forward for everybody coming out.
Well, I tell you what, it's a great place. It really is what you guys have done with the inside. The food was good. We had lunch here today.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. You had a full bar.
Yeah.
Inside, plenty of flight by Yingling in
absolutely. Listen, they take care of us, man. I'm absolutely honored for them to be here. In Alamos, we're just like a 501 C3 nonprofit that operates 8 city-owned golf facilities around San Antonio. We're here to make golf accessible to everyone, from beginners to longtime players. And we reinvest every dollar that we get here back into our courses. So we're up to about like $40 million reinvested into the 8 courses that we have here under Andrew Peterson, our CEO.
One of the things about the Alamo City Golf Trail is we visit with Ty Webb, the assistant manager here at San Pedro. When I was out last Saturday just hitting golf balls, I was impressed with the number of kids
yes
that were out here.
Yes.
And even today when we got out here, there was a guy that had his son out here at spring break. So
yes.
I'm impressed with the number of young golfers, because I know junior golf is a big priority with everybody in the golf industry, making sure that young people are out playing.
32,000 rounds of junior golfers, 32,000 rounds just along with junior golfers here with the Alamo City Golf Trail. We have a scholarship program, the Alamo City Golf Trail's First Fairway Scholarship Program, where we already have a list of students that have already registered. And sometime, I think in the next month or two, you will hear 2 scholarships being awarded to high school seniors in the city for scholarships for school. Man, we do it all, man. We absolutely love the young golfers. That's where it starts, getting them to understand the game, playing the game, the intricate details of the game. I mean, this is just the place for it. It's the facility for it.
Ty, I got to tell you, I was inside a little while ago before the show talking to, there were 4 guys there sitting there just having a good time, having a few drinks. And I said, tell me about this place. And the first thing they mentioned was your live music on Wednesday nights.
Oh, man, listen. Oh, my goodness.
Here we go.
Yes, here we go. Last Wednesday was a blast. It didn't even feel like work. The gentleman and the young lady out here playing, man, it was amazing to hear. The atmosphere was great. My wife came out. I mean, listen, you could not have beat it on a Wednesday. It was just amazing. We're doing it again every Wednesday night this month. Tomorrow night we'll be doing the same thing. Come out, enjoy. Sponsored by Yingling. They do a lot of things with us. It's just amazing. It is amazing. I think we have. If I can hit my notes right quick, who we have playing tomorrow night.
It's a JJ and PJ Villarreal.
That's who it is tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll be right out here.
And again, tasting Flight by Yingling.
So there you go. You can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Now, a question that you don't have a note on.
Okay, listen.
But I'm curious, because for lunch I was told by Kate, who designed that ring.
Okay.
The Philly cheesesteak quesadilla.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the menu.
Okay.
And you have a brisket sandwich. Now, it's hard for me not to get a brisket sandwich when I see brisket sandwich on the menu.
Yeah.
Ryan Eagle had the brisket sandwich, and he's not disappointed.
Not at all.
But I asked you, Ty.
Yeah.
Which would you go with? And you didn't say brisket sandwich.
Well, you didn't give me an option.
I did. I said brisket sandwich or the Philly cheesesteak quesadilla.
And I said quesadilla.
You did.
I did. Listen.
What, were you disappointed?
No, it was fantastic.
But listen.
But I saw your brisket. Now I'm curious how you do
FOMO,
how you do your brisket. Well, I know it's for dinner.
Yeah. Right. Listen. There is not one thing I could point to on that menu by Chef Roy that I would mess up on, like the chips and salsa. I mean, I don't know. Like he makes his own salsa in house. I don't know. Like the guy is just amazing.
How's he do his briskets here?
Listen. I'm not going to give away his secrets. You got to go in there. You got to go in there and slide him a 20 or something.
I need secrets. Yeah. Is he smoking it here?
Listen, you got to go talk to him, man. Like I'm telling you, like it is a phenomenal sandwich. Oh my goodness.
Well, I saw Joe at the end of the meal, and it looked like it was all over him. It looked like it was a hell of a sandwich. I've never seen that many napkins for a sandwich.
We definitely don't have a problem cleaning plates here.
Yeah.
They kind of clean themselves coming to the back. Just hot water and sanitize, and we're good.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we appreciate y'all's hospitality.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Listen, come out tonight. Our listeners, come out tonight. Starting at 6:00 putting tournament. It is a $25 entry fee after 6:00 for the tournament to come out. Maybe you bring home some money. Yingling is here. They're giving away golf bags tonight. We have Kanga coolers tonight. We have Yingling tasting tonight. I said that right, tasting.
Yep.
Listen, come out, enjoy us tonight, and let this be your home. Let it be your home for your golfing needs. Training. We have a golf repair shop. We have a simulator. We have everything here for your golfing needs. Great kitchen, full bar. And a welcoming staff. I mean, we try our best to be, number one around the trail, and which we don't. It's not hard for us.
No, Alamo City Golf Trail
Yes,
and all the different courses. But this is fantastic. I was out last week, like I said, And it'd been a long time since I'd been out here, and the work that has been done out here is incredible.
Nice.
Absolutely.
The par 3 golf course, seeing all the people get their buckets and going to play par 3.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have done a hell of a job turning this place around.
Eight courses: San Pedro par 3 driving range here, Cedar Creek, Breckenridge Park, Almost Basin, Riverside Golf Course, and Teddy Bear Part 3. We have Willow Springs, Mission Del Lago, and Northern Hills. We've been around since about 2007, man. We've been kicking butt. $40 million invested back into these courses.
Incredible.
Yes.
Good stuff. Have fun today, man.
Man, we will. Thank you guys again, man. I appreciate you both.
Yeah. Now we started with his 52. What's your worst score out here?
My worst score on the putting course?
Mm-hmm.
I think my worst was probably a 42.
Oh, jeez. You could have lied.
I may be judging it a little bit, but
you could have lied just to make me feel better.
45, maybe 45. Not counting.
You better go back to work.
I'm on the way.
Go to work.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. Absolutely.
Thank
you so much.
Ty Webb, the GM out here.
Yeah, and nice guy, and he's right about the staff, man. Everybody's been so good. The moment we walked through the door, and it's been fantastic. So, we appreciate their hospitality. Obviously, the hospitality of Beer Santa and Flight by Yingling is always second to none. So happy to be out here. And again, you need to come out here because right now they have $3.50 flights in that aluminum can, 1 pint that you can get out here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. And you heard Ty mention the contest, $25 at after the show. Right now, it's free.
Free.
You can try to beat my 52, and I just at this point in time, I think everybody's scared.
You think they're scared?
I think they're scared to death.
You let talk to Ty. I mean, I know I suck at golf, but you only beat me by 3.
Ty's a pro out here. Yeah, but you get on a course like this, man. And even
Excuses.
a dude like
here we go.
Even a dude like you can do well. Come on.
Yeah. So what's your excuse?
Well, it's hope. It's for fun. It's family fun.
Yeah.
Sun was in his eyes.
Yeah. Exactly. Now here's the true test. See, Ben Brasino is here. If he beats you, now I saw Derek Brem walk by. That dude played in Major League Baseball. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he shot in the 30s because that's what he does.
Well, I'm out there.
I mean,
this is a different ball game out here. Even I've seen James Pledger putt. I guarantee he can't beat my 52 out here.
I'm just hoping for Ben's sake that he gets, a score similar to the age of the girls he picks up at picks, which would be somewhere in the 60s. Maybe 70s.
Do you trust Ben Brasino out there by himself? He's going to come back with a 30 or something.
He was never pulled a 30-year-old.
Well, that I know. That I know. Yes. A lot happening in free agency. It's the second day of the legal tampering period. And the Cowboys have just gotten themselves a new player. We'll tell you who it is and see if anybody knows who the hell it is when we return here live from the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never come.
Saturday, March 21st, Alamo Dome.
I wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Camp and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com.
I think I heard you coming.
Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood prediction markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood prediction markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome back here to the Blitz. We're live at San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. We're having a great time out here, and you can have a great time as well. You just got to point your car in this direction. Head on out here, play some golf, a little miniature golf. We've got a little contest going on. $3.50 pint flights in the nice aluminum can. You can't beat that. You can also get it on draft. The sign says over there if you prefer that. So come on out here and see us and enjoy this Tuesday afternoon. It's really turned into a great Tuesday afternoon. It's not hot. It's just nice.
It's almost perfect, man. And we're out on the patio. So if you're watching on YouTube, sometimes you see the wind pick up. That's what happened. The putting green right now, the golf is free until 6 o'clock tonight. And all you got to do is beat 52, and you could be in the running to win a free golf bag. And according to Ty Webb here, that should be pretty easy to do.
Well, Ty Webb works here. He gets to play every day.
Well,
first time I've seen it. I'd like to play it again, to be quite honest with you.
Look at you. I need to play it again.
I would like to play it again.
I mean, you got time during commercial breaks.
I don't have time for that. What did it take us? About 30, 45 minutes?
Yeah, give or take.
Something like that?
Yeah, well, you could probably get 2 holes in and during a commercial break, maybe 3.
I could probably do that. If you ace them all.
If you ace them all. I mean, you see Ben Bersinio lining up his putt.
Oh!
No, it lipped out.
Boy, and then look at that.
You would have not been happy had he
now he's screwed.
Got an ace there.
The good news is the rules are you can't have more than a 4.
Yeah, so that speeds up the play.
That speeds up play a little bit. And that's a good thing on some of these holes, let me tell you.
Now, if you're watching on YouTube, that is Ty Webb, the manager out here, lining it up, and he's now dealing with pressure. I mean, my goodness, it feels like he's trying to putt to win the Masters, dude. Hit it. And
that's a hell of a putt.
I know. He left a little short. There you go, Sally. Come on.
About 3 feet away, and those are the kind that you struggle with out here on this course.
Uh-huh.
Well, some people do. Let's see if Ty does. He's going to make a 2 on this hole. He did.
Hello, friends.
It was a ticklish little pitch.
Just coming right around the corner.
He also knows there's a ticklish little pitch coming up.
Thanks, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you can come on out here and participate as well.
Yeah, I don't think you got to worry about Ben Bersinio beating either of us.
No, I don't think so either. Ben Bersinio is going to set a record for the most strokes, I think. But come on out here and play with us and enjoy a good cold flight by Yingling. I can't believe the price on that beer, Santa. $3.50 for a pint? Goodness gracious.
Although right now I'm guessing they're samples. Just saying.
There is.
Mm-hmm. The Cowboys have added another safety in P.J. Locke, former Texas Longhorn, a 1-year, $5 million deal. And they've also added a big old nose tackle whose name
goes. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a shot, Minix.
Tito Agbenyam.
You had it. Guy's played 4 years with the San Diego or LA Chargers at this point. He started 20 games for them. So obviously not a guy they're going to come in and be an impact guy, but it does add some depth. And again, it's just a one-term deal for $3 million. So another big fella that can just for depth purposes.
Now, you say depth purposes. Is this the end for Osa Odigizua? A guy that they signed last year, a guy that we think peed himself while doing an interview with us in Oxnard, California, because when he got up from that chair,
99% sure that happened.
There's no way that was water.
No.
But everything last night was wee.
It was. I mean, you have no idea. Not 100% sure if he peed, but it kind of. There's no way that was all sweat.
I wouldn't bet against it.
Now, but they signed him and they like him. But when you think about a guy that was included in the trade package for Max Crosby, and now they're signing more big guys, and it could be depth, but also with this new scheme, new defensive coordinator, is he not a fit in the eyes of Christian Parker?
That could very well be the case because, look, every time we've been out to camp since Osa got there, I mean, this guy has been they love him. I mean, they love the guy. He's been one high on him. Obviously, they loved him enough to pay him a pretty good chunk of change. So, in the fact now that there's rumors all over the place that he's on the trade block, it has to be that. It's just that Christian Parker doesn't like him or like the way he fits, or there's a glutton there some way. But Osa's on the outside looking in, it appears at this point.
Well, and again, they might like him, but also his contract is tradable. So can they get something for him and get the cap relief and help fill needs? I'm wondering now, since the Cowboys have yet to get a deal done with a linebacker, could they maybe trade Osa for a linebacker? Or maybe they just want a lot of depth. But when you start seeing guys get signed in backup roles and positions that you're already heavy at, pun intended for defensive tackles,
yeah,
it does make me wonder if Osa could be on his way out if the Cowboys can find a a trade that they like in return.
And look, I would think to a lot of teams, Osa would be attractive, just simply because he's a good football player. He's a big dude. He's a good football player. He can move, and I would think he would be attractive to some teams. How attractive, though, is the question. What are they willing to give up, and would they trade player for player if they have a decent linebacker? That remains to be the question. It always takes two to tango in this situation, and you got to find that dance partner.
Well, and again, you think about that dance partner, whether it be via trade or it seems awful quiet around the Cowboys facility today. All the reporters, nobody's, every there's kicking tires, but nothing imminent kind of reports that are coming out. The fact that they were successful on day one and gearing up for tomorrow to get all these deals actually signed. I do wonder, though, like they need a corner. Will that be in free agency? But definitely a linebacker. And I go back to a tweet that Jane Slater had, and something that I heard her say on the NFL Network is there are some of these players that have been linked to Dallas that not everybody in the room was sold on, and so they decided to move on, which I like that they're not forcing it just to get bodies in the building or to get deals done. If everybody's not on board, then all right, let's move on to the next one and see what we can do. But it is refreshing and surprising because I'm not used to hearing that out of Dallas.
No, it's very true. Look, I love what the moves they made yesterday, especially the safety.
Jalen Thompson.
Good move from Arizona. I'm still not. I don't know about Gary. Rashawn Gary.
Yeah, Rashawn Gary, I think is a great move.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, he's certainly not. He's not a superstar by any stretch of the imagination, but he's a solid player, and he's going to add something to that. So the safety I love, Gary. The I don't know. For me, the jury's still out on.
Well, with Rashawn Gary, what I like about him, and the reason I thought that was a good move is he's a guy that's going to be able to get pressure. Does he always get home for the sacks? No, but he's had at least 5 sacks every year, which doesn't seem like a lot. But you think about, Tank Lawrence, when he was getting all the double teams, other people were eating. And then when Micah was getting all the double teams, Tank Lawrence was getting a bunch of sacks. And then, of course, he went to Seattle and ended up winning a Super Bowl. But it's the idea of you can create pressure with a better secondary. You're not going to have quarterbacks back there all day long. And I know watching all the highlight packages, and sure, they're highlights. They're all going to be great. But you watching enough Packers football last year, you saw 52 all over the place in the backfield. He might not have got home. He might have, pressured the quarterback scrambles, and Micah Parsons got a sack. There seemed to be a lot of those kind of plays from Rashawn Gary while he was with the Green Bay Packers. So, and he's not near as expensive as a Trey Hendrickson or obviously a Micah Parsons or, he's not the elite edge rusher, but he's damn good and he can stop the run.
Well, and that's it. I mean, he's a better all-around player when you come to that. He's a good all-around player, I should say. Well, we'll see. I'm not opposed to the deal. I just, when you're talking about the likes of a Max Crosby, and then you go to a Rashawn Gary, it's like a little bit of a disappointment there because, quite frankly, Jason, I mean, I don't know why. And I'm really curious as to why. If Jerry was – why you don't go and get this guy if that's what you want. I guarantee you – I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet that if the offer was on the table, same deal with the Raiders – that Baltimore offered them, and the Cowboys did the same thing. Max Crosby would be wearing a star on his helmet today.
Well, you're right. Jerry wouldn't part with 2 1s. And Jerry set the standard last year by getting 2 1s for Micah Parsons. That became the new asking price. And Baltimore offered it. Chicago offered it. Jerry offered a 1, a 2, and an Osa Odigizua, according to reports. Now, I didn't think the Raiders were going to go spend $1 gazillion like they did yesterday. They spent more money than everybody, but they didn't want Osa, and they wanted 2 1s, the value of 2 number 1 picks. hearing Jerry, I mean, if you could have traded those 2 ones that you got from Micah Parsons and got a Max Crosby, and you didn't have to include Osa, you're ahead. Although financially, maybe that had something to do with it, because if you don't get rid of Osa, you're stuck with that money. But 2 ones became the standard because that's what Micah Parsons got last year. So that's the new benchmark. And so Jerry's deal last year in Micah Parsons bit him in the ass this year. The idea and the reports that Chicago would have been the preferred destination for the Raiders because he would have been in the NFC and not the AFC, but Baltimore's picks were better. So they went with the better, at least this year, of the 2 first-round picks. And maybe that's what it was, too, if Jerry wasn't willing to move off of the number 12 overall pick and was willing to give up the 20, and then whatever the picks are going to be next year. But either way, Jerry had his walkaway point, and he didn't budge off of it. You could say, and we could argue, if you really wanted him, could he have made the deal? I think the answer to that is yes. Jerry has often said the things that he's really wanted, he's overpaid for. He wasn't going to overpay for Max Crosby.
Well, obviously he didn't. And again, not sure why, but I'm to the point now where when it comes to the Cowboys that, I'm sick of the excuses. I really am. Now, you've added a couple of pieces. Is that going to be enough to get you over the hump? I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't think so. But if you want to win a Super Bowl or challenge for a Super Bowl, we've seen it over the last 5 or 6 years. Teams that go all in, teams that spend the money, teams that are active and go out and get the talent are the teams that end up in the Super Bowl. And I just think at some point in time, Jerry, as much as he likes to say we're going to bust the budget, well, he's not doing that yet. Now, maybe he will. And again, I'm not sure who else is out there, but these 2 pieces, as nice as they are not going to get the job done.
Now, in Jerry's mind, if he signed a guy to a $33 million contract, maybe that in his mind is busting the budget, because that is something the Cowboys don't typically do. Today's deals, 1 year, $5 million, 1 year, $3 million.
Right back to that.
That's what Jerry does in free agency, but he has signed one that's for $33 million. The biggest splash, if you will, according to Todd Archer, his description of it, since Brandon Carr in 2012.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
That one was. I'm thrilled with that move, and I think it was a good one. I don't think there's any question about it. And again, we've already talked about Rashawn Gary. We'll see how that works out. But if you want pieces, it's like the linebackers yesterday. And I'm quite frankly wasn't sold on the Kobe Dean just because of his injury problems. But if you want a linebacker, there's somebody out there, go get him. Just go get him and improve this team and bust the budget and do what you talk about and improve this team. And let's get this team in the playoffs with a serious chance to reach Los Angeles in February.
I'm with you, but again, because I'm so used to the Cowboys on spring break at the beginning of free agency. I mean, because technically it starts tomorrow afternoon in this legal tampering period. They got the Javonte Williams deal done early, and that's looking like a great move when you look at what other running backs have gotten, especially, say, Rico Dowdle. That Javonte Williams deal done ahead of schedule looks fantastic. The Jalen Thompson move, the trade. Again, I'm not used to the Cowboys doing anything right now, so I think you can give them credit for being active and acting differently, which is kind of what we've seen this offseason. But we want more. As Cowboy fans, we want more because, while Jalen Thompson might be described as a splash signing by Todd Archer, I don't know that I look at that as a splash signing. The Max Crosby move would have been splash. There are some other moves that can be made that I think would be splash. I'm waiting to see what they are because they still need a linebacker, and the ones linked to Dallas went other places.
Not only do they need a linebacker, they need a captain of that defense. So that's the difference. It's not just any linebacker they're looking for. They need a guy that can wear that green dot and be the captain of that defense. And so, I mean, that's a whole different bowl or a whole different shelf to look on than just looking for a linebacker.
Yep.
So that's there's that, and we'll see what they do. And if maybe they're hoping there's a guy in the draft that they think he can be that guy right away. We'll see, and we'll continue to follow the moves that Jerry makes or doesn't make, and the other teams as well. But you got to come out here to the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill, because that's where we are with our friends from Flight by Yingling. We got a putting tournament going on, putting contest going on. If you can beat my 52, well, you'll be in the running for a nice Flight by Yingling golf bag. And let me tell you something, they are absolutely beautiful. Come on out here, enjoy some cold Flight by Yingling, and hang out with us on a Tuesday afternoon. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you about my friends at Stevens Roofing. Love talking about Stevens Roofing. They're just such good people. Family-owned company, local company, and, they're just absolutely the best in the business. I know this because, just think about this for a minute. They've been in business since 1983. 1983, a long time ago, and you don't stay in business if you're not doing it right, you're not standing behind your work, and doing quality work. Stevens Roofing certainly does that, and now they've added solar to what they do. Look, if you've been thinking about solar panels on your house, and a lot of you have, I know, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company you need to remember, the name you need to remember, or number, I should say, 210-785-0994. They'll put a plan together. Tell them what you want to do. They'll put a plan together, and they'll get it done, and you know it's going to be done right. If you think there's a problem with your roof, maybe a leak, or you're seeing something that just doesn't look good, call Stevens Roofing and Solar. They'll send a team out to your house. They'll inspect your roof for free, and they'll let you know if there's any problems with your roof. And if there are, they'll take care of it. You know it's going to be done right. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the absolute best in the business. Call them, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hi, I'm April Ansiro with the Ansiro Auto Group. We've teamed up with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star to give away $60,000 to local charities in our Bracket for a Cause contest. 64 local charities will be randomly paired with tournament teams. The winner will get $50,000, while the team that suffers the biggest loss gets $10,000. All the details on how your nonprofit can enter are online at Ansiro.com. That's Ansiro.com. Good luck.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Staples presents That Was Easy. So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples Prints custom labels are 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 442 Unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
The St. Patrick's Day parties at the Rue Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. An all-day block party starting at 11 a.m. The green beer will be flowing, live music with Finding Friday on the outdoor stage from 6 to 9. DJs at both the Rue and Angry Elephant before and after the band. It's an all-day party March 17th, and this year is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Rue Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Huge game inside the Frost Bank Center tonight. San Antonio Spurs 15-1 in their last 16 ball games. 23-8 since the calendar flipped to 2026, but tonight they played the second best record over that span. The Boston Celtics, who are 23-9 since January 1st. Tip-off from the Frost Bank Center is set for 7 o'clock. Cowboys continue to make moves early. They have signed defensive end Sam Williams, 1 year, $3 million.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Out and about on a Tuesday afternoon. That is us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We are live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. And I tell you what, it is picking up. A lot of folks out here participating on the miniature golf course, on the driving range, out there on the par 3 course. And, well, some are sitting there in the bar having nice cold Flight by Yingling. That's what they're doing because our friends from Flight by Yingling are here. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
It's a great day to be out here. Although, can you take your camera and Caden, eat your? We were talking earlier. This is Caden who's on camera.
Hey, Caden, he's the engineer.
All right. So they brought a brisket sandwich out, but I'd already had lunch and it had tomatoes on it. I'm allergic to tomatoes, so I had some brisket, and I asked Caden, "Do you want this brisket sandwich?" And Caden, Pledge, you got to work with some people here. He said, "Can I just eat the pickle?"
Here we go.
He just wanted the pickle. He could have had a brisket sandwich, but he just wanted the pickle. And then I was watching him eat the pickle, and it's a pickle spear, and he's eating it like it's a corn on the cob. Who the hell eats a pickle that way? And then, of course, the camera gets on there, and he stops. No, eat your pickle on camera. I want you to go back to eating that pickle. I've never seen somebody eat a pickle that way.
He ate it already, I think.
No, I don't think so.
There. All right, well, that's Caden and his brisket sandwich.
It's just so disappointing. I mean, so disappointing.
Some guys, people eat different ways. That's the way that it goes.
Have you ever seen anybody eat a pickle that way?
I have not, personally, and I love pickles, by the way.
Where's the rest of the pickle, Caden? Oh, you threw it on the floor because I busted you eating the pickle that way. You didn't want to show the pickle and the way you were eating it. Describe on camera. Put the camera back on him. I want you to show people the way you were eating the pickle.
There you go. You just got to take the inside out of it.
Yeah,
just like that.
Who the hell does that?
Well, Caden does.
Why?
I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
and hey, you want a brisket sandwich? Can I just have the pickle?
So, I mean, look, we had an engineer, our good friend Greg Shelton, used to eat the tails on shrimp.
Well, I mean,
come on.
Rest in peace, Grumpy,
Yes.
Greg Shelton. But,
yes.
I mean, there are some quirky things. I mean, eating the tail on fried shrimp's like eating your toenails, I would imagine. Not that I've done either, right? But seeing that was disturbing. I'm just very distracted. I don't know how I go on. And then he threw it on the ground because he was like doing something wrong. Like he knows he's doing it wrong.
Well,
like you can't do that in public.
Some people, I guess, don't like the outer skin or whatever that is on a pickle, which it used to be a cucumber, for goodness sake.
Well,
Maybe
sure.
they don't like cucumbers. I don't know.
Brisket sandwich? I just want the pickle.
Well, dude, it's okay to be different. It really is.
Now, there's a lady that's walking by, and are those heels?
They are boots, yeah.
Playing golf.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I've seen that before.
Well, we had a guy, remember a couple years ago at our golf tournament, was playing golf in boots.
Well, yeah, cowboy boots on, but those
those are fancy girl boots. That's what those are.
Girl boots.
She was very
got them lady boots.
She was very nice.
She was.
Walked by saying hello and saying hello and goodbye to Beer Santa over there, and so very nice, very nice.
Yep. So what are we doing here?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
What are we doing? We're talking about our putting tournament. You still got time to get into that. A couple hours to get in the putting contest. Now, this is not the official putting contest, but what this one is to beat my score of 52.
Yep.
And if you can do that, you will be in for a Flight by Yingling golf bag. And let me tell you something. Now, they're bringing one out here. We don't have one out here, but it will be here. So I can't show it to you, but it's fantastic. We've had it out at our golf tournament before.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
It's a great golf bag.
It is fantastic.
And it's free.
Yes.
If you can beat 52. Now, you go into the bucket, and then, so a 52 doesn't automatically get that.
Now, wait a second. Ben Brasino just got off the golf course, but he says he shot a 53.
Bull.
I'm kind of crying BS on that, too.
I mean, he must have been just incredible way down yonder, because over here, no, there's no chance in hell.
Well, yeah, because we saw him putt. I mean, hell, he was up to 25 on the first two holes.
Yeah, but there's a max of 4. But he did beat my score, apparently. And I call BS on that too.
Well, there you go, Minix.
Because he said Ty was a witness, but I saw Ty walking around on his phone half the time. So every time Ty was on a call, you were getting a 2, and every time Ty was watching, you were getting a 4. I understand how that works. The foot wedge was in action.
Well, it was. You just pick it up.
Close enough. I'll pick it up.
There's Ty. Was that a legit 53?
Yeah. Yeah. The hesitation. What did you score, Ty? Oh, you got to add his up? You only need 2 hands. You're good.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if Ben can score a 53, you need to get out here because obviously if he can do it, anybody can. So get on out here and putt. I mean, if you need a new golf bag, wouldn't that be a great way to start the golf season? With a brand new Flight by Yingling golf bag.
Show up at our sold-out golf tournament if you're registered on March 30th.
Yes.
With a Flight by Yingling golf bag.
Yes.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
That would be fantastic.
And if you're in our golf tournament, you need to work on your game.
Well, everybody needs to work on their game.
This is true.
That is for sure.
And even if you don't, you need a beer.
Or 2. Or 3.
And a brisket sandwich.
Or a bucket full. Brisket sandwich and a pickle. You eat like corn on the cob.
Yeah.
So that's all of those things are good things. All right, we're talking a lot about the NFL and the free agency period for sure. Spurs, we'll get back into the Spurs as well because they got a huge game tonight.
Huge.
My goodness, huge game against the Boston Celtics. But Steve Kerr, the guy I thought might be the Spurs head coach this year or last, is not, obviously, still with the Golden State Warriors. He has started a crusade that he's been on for some time, Jason, that he wants 10 fewer games in the regular season of the NBA. Good idea? Bad idea? Will it ever happen? We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz live from the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're ready to feel like yourself again, you need to get into Synergenics or Low T Center. If you're low on energy, maybe you've gained a little weight, your drive isn't what it used to be, it's time to check your testosterone, and you can do that at Synergenics and Low T Center. Well, you will get customized TRT. And when I say customized, it's customized for you because they deliver therapy built around you, the individual, not a standard protocol. Every treatment plan is customized based on comprehensive lab work, just going through the different symptoms that you're dealing with, what the provider is seeing during the evaluations, and then they constantly adjust it, designed to keep patients optimized safely over time. You don't get that with those telehealth middlemen. Synergenics operates as a vertically integrated medical practice, from diagnostics and provider oversight to treatment management and ongoing optimization. Patients receive coordinated care designed for long-term results. So if you're dealing with that lack of energy, we're out here at the San Pedro driving range. If you can't play 18 like you used to because the energy isn't there, this will certainly help. They also offer medically guided peptide and metabolic therapies that can support recovery, sleep quality, body composition, healthy aging, weight management. And right now, Synergenics and Low T Center, they are offering the T-test free for men. And for ladies, the hormone test is just $99. Normally, it's $299, so you can save at $200. It starts by booking that initial appointment. Do that online at Synergenics.com, SYNERGENX.com, or LowTCenter.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats. Looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is the time for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Hi, Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling, presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on Monday, March 30th. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DJ Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
You even got Minix going over here, tapping his foot and doing the fake drums over here.
Well,
Very
there's
nice.
good music. There's good music.
Yeah, I guess so. How about that? We're live at San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. It's The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. A lot of fun out here. You still got time to play free miniature golf.
Yep.
All right, and a chance to win a new Flight by Yingling golf bag. But you got to get out here before 6 o'clock.
Yeah, you do, and again, it's free until 6 o'clock. Now, it's spring break for a lot of you, so there are some kids out here. Now, we just had a guy, John, who stopped by, and he was very excited. He said he listens all the time, but because of work, he doesn't get to get out very often. And he did today because Grandma was watching the kids.
Nice.
Except Grandma just called.
So
he's got to go
enough.
home. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, that's me calling. That's enough. I can't do this anymore.
When you watch the kids?
That's it.
It's the most terrifying 20 minutes of your life, huh? When you got the grandkids?
Yeah, come get them. Please. I've had enough. Can't help it. They might not be with us any longer if you leave them here much longer.
Stop.
They might be, I don't know.
Stop.
Who knows?
They're going to have a dirty diaper. I can guarantee you that. Unless Maggie's home.
Yeah, exactly. Maggie will take. Are you kidding me? Yeah, any of my kids are going to trust me with their kids alone? No, that ain't happening, brother. So, yeah, if Maggie's not there, they're not leaving them with me. Now, I might get one of them, like, my grandson Cash. He could I could watch him alone, and that'd be fine. But the babies,
I've heard stories with you and Cash, and I'm not sure that you should be watching that kid alone.
What the hell do you mean by that?
Because all you did last year when you had him is you had him in the pool all day.
Well,
yeah, but I know you well enough. You're going to have to pee 86 times, and you're not going to make the kid get out of the pool every time you got to go pee.
Well, no, but he wears a vest. Right? So I can leave him in the pool and let him bob up.
Yeah.
And, he just bobs.
You say that now.
Yeah, so he's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
No,
we had a good time that day. But
you had a good time for a while.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Look, it was a Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a Saturday. So I had help from Mr. Tito.
With the kid in the pool.
Yes.
Just say it.
Kid had a vest. He's got a vest on, man. Come on. What do you want? I'm more of a threat to drown than he was. I promise you. Yes.
This is true. The before we get into the Steve Kerr story, which I definitely want to get into, I just saw this on Twitter, although it was posted a couple of hours ago. Alamo Heights night has been postponed this year, canceled. They didn't say why. According to KSAT, unclear why Alamo Heights night is being canceled this year. The Alamo Heights Rotary Club puts it on. KSAT reached out, no response.
Huh. That is really weird. I don't know if it's a money thing.
In Alamo Heights?
Alamo Heights?
Yeah, Alamo Heights.
Dude, I don't know. That's just very strange. Has it been getting good attendance lately? Could that be a reason? Is people not going out there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I haven't been to Alamo Heights night in a long time.
I want to say we went in 22, the first year after the pandemic, because obviously it didn't happen in 21 or 20. But I think we went in 22. Hell, maybe it was 23. Alamo Heights night's always fun.
Sure, yeah.
And one of the things I like about Alamo Heights nights, well, you're not walking in any mud because, pavement.
Yes, pavement.
And really nice porta potties.
Well, of course, it's Alamo Heights.
Exactly. It's not Taste of the North Side, but it's close. Taste of the North Side, my favorite Fiesta event.
Oh, that is
Oyster
fantastic.
Bake this year should be a lot of fun. I think I'm going to go to Oyster
Oh,
Bake.
yeah? They got a big band playing out there?
They've got some big bands playing out there. So, but Oyster Bake, you're always concerned about the porta potty situation out there.
Well, I think after a while at Oyster Bake, I mean, you
It
just
doesn't
whip
matter.
it out, don't you?
No.
I mean, honestly,
I
just
know.
find a tree or a fence or
Lord.
something right there. That's the beauty of being a guy.
Uh-huh.
Because we can do that.
Girls,
although
they can pop and squat. I've seen that at Oyster Bake.
I've seen it happen too, actually.
Yeah.
But, I feel sorry for you ladies out there.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't.
You don't.
You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were planning on Alamo Heights night, now you're not.
Well, yeah, that sucks. I would really like to, if anybody knows and you're listening, let us know. I'd like to know if there's got to be a reason, unless they're just keeping it to themselves. And but obviously there's a reason. I don't know why they don't want to say.
Yeah, that's the part that is a little surprising. You put out a statement that it's canceled, and then you don't give a reason why, and you don't respond to the media request because they're coming. So it makes you wonder. But who knows?
Well, I have to believe if KSAT's reached out to them, so is Ken's, so is Channel 4, Fox has reached out. Everybody's reached out to them, so somebody hopefully will get an answer. Because I'm curious as hell now.
And you would think Channel 4 would have the scoop on that, because isn't David Chancellor also the mayor of Alamo Heights?
He should be if he's not.
I think he is.
Yeah, well, he should be.
Although it's his nap time.
Chance doesn't sleep like Rob and AJ.
No.
Rob and AJ go home and get home about 10:30, and they're out until like 5.
If that.
Yeah, so I mean, those guys sleep all day, but Chance is a go-getter. He's got kids.
He's got teenagers, man. That Alamo Heights basketball team led by Luke Chancellor had a great run. Ended the other night, but my goodness, what a run for Alamo Heights.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Luke can play.
So he goes to Lee?
No, Alamo Heights.
Oh, Alamo Heights.
No, David Chancellor went to Lee.
He did.
Mr. Lee.
And Trinity.
Yes.
And he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? A quarterback.
Yeah. Stud quarterback.
You
can just add those to the buckets down there.
That'd be good. Thank you
very much. We got to wait till 6 o'clock.
I know.
Love it when people buy us beer.
But
we can't drink till 6. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's too bad. How do you feel about this? I don't think it'll ever happen. But when you get a guy like Steve Kerr talking about because of the injury situation, and obviously the Warriors are devastated by injury this year. Steph Curry's missed a ton of games, and they've had several others. And I don't know where he came up with, because it doesn't say in this particular article that I'm reading, 10 games ought to be shaved off the NBA schedule.
It's not a surprise. And let's go back. The 50-game season in 99 was incredible because every game meant so much. But the NBA just signed a gazillion-dollar TV deal, and they're not going back. 82 games is what everything is based off of. Salaries, are they going to say, all right, well, your salaries are based on 82 games, so we're going to trim you back to 72? No, that the players wouldn't go for that. So ticket prices would go up to offset. But the TV partners, the local sponsorships, everything is based off of 82 games. So I don't see them trimming even 10 games. I honestly think 62 games would be perfect. Shave 20 games off. So the fact that Steve Kerr's like, all right, well, 20, people won't even have a conversation. But if we got rid of 10, could we get away with it?
Maybe so. And again, I think it's, Kerr, look, even before the injury situation with the Warriors, he's been calling for this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the coaches would like to. But again, you're right. And I even think some of the players secretly would like to, but they don't want to give up salary to do that, and they'd have to do it. But again, so do you shave 10 games off? Forget about the 65-game threshold for postseason awards, and maybe that solves some of your problem with wrestling. Because look, if you're shaving 10 games off, you're only going to play a couple of games, maybe 3 a week. So you got a lot of time to rest in between.
One, the 65-game threshold, that probably changes this offseason because too many guys in line for MVP are too close to it that might, if SGA, Joker, Wemby turn an ankle, they're not going to make the threshold, and they're going to be out of the running, right?
You didn't have to include Wemby on that.
I didn't. Erase that from your memory.
Yes.
Pledge edit that. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I do think they'll address that. But if somehow load management went away because of 10 games being shaved off, then I think you probably would have a lot of support from those that spend big money, because damn well that a game on Peacock right now or an NBC game and somebody is out for load management. And really right now, let's say LeBron James, who doesn't play in the second night of a back-to-back, he's out, and that hurts the overall TV rating and the product. If you're going to be able to somehow guarantee, which I don't think you will, that players are going to play every game if they went to 72 instead of 82, you see what I mean? I just think that you'll still have the same problems, and part of it too is owners, coaches, GMs, with the money invested in these individual players, making sure they're performing at optimum in the playoffs is the most important thing. And with 82 games, that Tuesday night in Milwaukee in December doesn't matter as much. That's part of the problem. That's why the NFL is so great, and they don't have these issues until you get to the final week of the season, because you can't afford to rest guys. You can't say, yeah, this guy, man, he can't go. I mean, guys in the NFL play hurt so often. The NBA isn't that way, and I don't know that 10 games changes that attitude of the NBA.
Yeah, look, I'm all for it, and I've been a proponent for shortening the season. I'd like to see the baseball season shortened too, to be totally honest with you. I think it's entirely too long. Having said all of that, I just think I don't know. I think it does make a difference, and at least you wouldn't, I don't think, have a bunch of guys whining about back-to-backs and about playing so much and about this and that. And maybe they play a little more, maybe they don't. But I can't see an owner of any basketball team giving up 5 home games, because that's what they'd have to do in essence, right? I would assume it'd be 5 home games, 5 road games. And I can't see them doing that. But again, and basketball's a different animal. I will give you that. But still, they got to do something.
Well, I look at the way the sports calendar is. I mean, 5 home games, 5 road games. Are season tickets going to go down? If you're a Spurs season ticket holder, would you be willing to pay the same or an increase and get 5 less games? Granted, most season ticket holders don't go to every home game anyway, and maybe that's what they're going to look at. But I just, because of money, I just don't see it happening. And how much of a conversation is it worth? You mentioned baseball season. I think the playoffs should be all of August, and the World Series happen, Labor Day weekend going into the start of the NFL season. If you think about the World Series, I think they avoid Sunday night games because they know they can't with the NFL, right? But make the exciting part of baseball in a part where they're not competing with football.
Well, not only that, Jason, I don't want to see these guys freezing their asses off playing in 25-degree weather that some of them have to do. I mean, that's just not baseball.
Yeah.
That's football. That's not baseball to me. I don't want to see them playing and there's smoke coming out and there's, people all smoke, whatever they're hot air.
The breath.
Yes, that. I don't want to see that. I mean, baseball's a summertime sport. And when you're playing in New York in October, chances are it's going to be cold, or Boston in October, or Chicago even. Chances are it's going to be too damn cold, and baseball players and baseball is just not, in my mind, meant to be played in that kind of stuff. And that's the most important part of the season, for goodness sake, when you're talking about a World Series or playoffs. And so I just, I don't know. I think I get it. It's all about money, and it's always going to be all about money, and they're not going to change it because of that. But I would love to see a change, because you're right. You started this segment off talking about the Spurs' first championship in 1999, where they had a lockout, and then so they finally started the season, 50 games. Every game mattered.
Well, and think about that season, the number of 3 games in 4 nights and 4 games in 5 nights.
Yes.
Just to get to 50. But, man, it just felt like there were no off nights. That random, all right, we're resting all these guys. It just didn't happen. Of course, load management had not yet been invented yet by one Greg Popovich. And, it does kind of circle back to him. But I do think when you look at players that are making the money that they're making, hundreds of millions of dollars invested, individual corporations, they have to be playing optimal level basketball in the playoffs. That's all that matters. When Pop used to say seeding doesn't matter, health does, he's 100% right, because all that really matters is chasing that championship. And if it screws over the fan that bought a ticket for that game in February, the one time the Spurs might be in whatever during the rodeo road trip or whatnot, tough, for that kid or that family, or, that San Antonian that might live in Cleveland. It's unfortunate, but they don't really care about you.
No, they don't.
They say they do, but they don't. Now the NBA has tried, only rest load management at home and not on the road. But even then, if the one game that you bought tickets to is that game and you've got Wemby sitting out for rest, you're pissed.
Well,
you're disappointed, right?
Because you paid a boatload of money, most likely, to be there. And so that is an issue. And we're going to be talking about this 10 years from now. How do we fix this? And what do we do? And Steve Kerr, I just have to believe, and I'll wrap it up with this, that Steve Kerr is not the only coach that is thinking of this, because Kerr wouldn't come out just on his own if he hasn't talked to other coaches or other people in the NBA that feel the same way he does. So it's interesting. Speaking of the NBA, it's March 10th, and we have got a game that could very well be an NBA Finals preview right here in San Antonio tonight. The Spurs and the Celtics, they will do battle right here, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for you to show up here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. You still have time to try and beat my score of 52. I think you're all scared. Come on out here. We'll talk a little Spurs basketball. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're dealing with any issues at your house with your plumbing or your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, 210-651-5899, 651-5899. Everybody can have a beer, but this guy in the Giants hat, dude, put that back. Your hat sucks, man. Get rid of that hat, and you can have a beer. Quartermoon, experts at worst-case scenarios, big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they've got all the equipment needed for any job. No commission, sales reps, they'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau, And at Quarter Moon, they are green certified. It is March 10th. Your AC is probably already on, but you want to make sure that it is prime and ready for July and August. Well, at Quarter Moon, they got great maintenance programs that ensures your AC is ready. Call them 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
The St. Patrick's Day parties at the Rue Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. An all-day block party starting at 11 a.m. The green beer will be flowing, live music with Finding Friday on the outdoor stage from 6 to 9. DJs at both the Rue and Angry Elephant before and after the band. It's an all-day party March 17th, and this year is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Rue Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years, and why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, "After hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today! Exclamation point." Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words "switch today" in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hey, Texas hockey fans, the Dallas Stars take on the Vegas Golden Knights tonight in a battle of two of the best in the West. And my friends at Flight by Yingling are hosting a Dallas Stars watch party at McIntyre Southtown location. Jason Minnick's here from the Blitz. It's going to be a great game. And the Stars are undefeated in games when Flight has had one of these watch parties. So go watch them win, and you could win some cool exclusive Flight by Yingling Dallas Stars gear like t-shirts and hats. And register to win a flyaway trip to see the Stars take on the Flyers in Philadelphia March 29th. The flyaway package includes airfare for two, a hotel, 2 game tickets, must be at least 21 years of age to enter. It's going to be a great experience in Philly, and this will be your last chance to get registered at one of these Stars watch parties. The Stars and Golden Knights. Puck drops at 7 at McIntyre Southtown location with Flight by Yingling, proud partner of the Dallas Stars and the next generation of light beer. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
America's #1 destination for lifted trucks, custom builds, and off-road ready vehicles is in the Alamo City. Lifted Truck San Antonio is on the corner of I-35 and Judson. Plus, come check out some of the baddest trucks live at the Rue Pub at the biggest St. Patrick's Day block party, March 17th.
All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Back out here live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill, and everybody's having a good time with a cold flight by Yingling, but us.
Yeah.
But that's okay if that's what they want to do.
Hour and 18 minutes away from having one.
Tease us like that. That's fine. That's fine.
Speaking of teasing, one of the guys that said he was on the winning team of our golf tournament last year. And he said he signed up for next year is here. And he's like the 9th person that said they won our golf tournament. I find that interesting. Now, granted, we do 2 a year. He didn't specify which one that he won, but he also runs a golf course.
He does.
Riverside. Yeah.
Which is a great place. I haven't been out there in a while, but I tell you what's a great golf course. Need to get back out there, and we just got the invitation. Don't tell Pledge, but we just got the invitation.
Well, we got other things that we'll talk about with Pledge, but the golf bag that is up for grabs is right here now. If you're watching on YouTube,
hey, Beer Santa, Renee, you turn around, sir. Nobody wants to see your ass. Can you show the golf bag on camera? Yeah, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, San Antonio Sports Star. This is the bag that if you come out here and you still have some time to do that, get out here. You can win this bag, this Flight by Yingling bag. It is gorgeous. And look at that.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Somebody's going to make that a gift.
Yeah, Renee, that's going to be a gift. First off, and you watch way too much Price is Right. Sometimes you can tell people that work from home because he watches Price is Right. He's not a Drew Carey guy. He's watching the reruns.
I'm with you. Bob Barker was much better. Much better, right?
Absolutely. Jesse claims he won the golf tournament last year. Which way? Was it the fall golf or the spring golf? The spring golf. So last year at the golf club at Texas, you claimed to win because you're like the 9th person that has claimed that. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, he knows us very well. That we won't remember that. Our memory doesn't go back quite that far. So.
Sure you do. The lies that are told, as the commercial says at the after party, because we get the winners that will show up, and then the people that say they should have won. But I'm guessing Jesse has one hell of a foot wedge
or a good pencil. One of the two.
Yeah, and maybe both.
That could be both.
Maybe
but
both.
Again, you just saw the golf bag, and you still have time till 6 o'clock. It's free. You get out there on the miniature golf course, try to beat my 52. If you do that, you got a shot at that beautiful golf bag that we just showed if you were on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. So come on out here to the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill.
Gilbert on our YouTube, the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel says, I've never played in the tournaments, but I've won them too.
I believe it. I thought I saw you out there. Yes.
Exactly. Speaking of winning, man, a true finals preview tonight at the Frostbank Center. Legitimate title contenders tonight, Boston and San Antonio.
I tell you what, I don't think anybody was giving Boston a chance because I don't think anybody thought Jason Tatum would be back this soon. And the guy's back from a ruptured Achilles after 10 months, which is just incredible. And he's playing high-level basketball. They are healthy for the most part. One of their pieces off the bench, Pritchard, is not playing. He's been dinged up a little bit. But still, this team is playing good basketball. They've got the second-best record in the NBA behind the Spurs since January 1st. This should be one hell of a test. Spurs are a 3.5-point favorite, Jason. And again, we knew this homestand was going to be tough. So far, so good. Spurs have handled it well. What do you think about tonight?
I like the Spurs in the 3.5 just because they've been in such a rhythm. defensively, and it does. I know it sounds like Mitch Johnson and coach speak, but everything has started with their defense. The comeback win over the Clippers started on the defensive end that turned into offense. The way they destroyed Houston, the way they destroyed Detroit. So when you look at the way this team is playing, and obviously it's going to be another tough test, and we knew it. This homestand after the rodeo road trip, with everybody that was going to show up, they were all going to be a test. There was no gimmies on this homestand, yet they made Houston look like a gimme. They made Detroit look like a gimme, and it'll be interesting to see, because I think from here on out, you get a matchup like this. Are they going to win them all? No. But the way they have been playing, especially Wemby, there's no reason to think that they won't win tonight.
Well, they had that clunker in New York a couple weeks ago. But since then, they've looked just fantastic. And I know everybody says maybe something like that is good for you, especially if you're on a roll. I never believe a loss is good for you. However, maybe that one was. The Spurs have been playing really good, and they want to. I think this team has a little bit of a chip on its shoulder, and I know people are starting to pay attention to them now, but they got to be tired of hearing this. Well, they're too young. They've got no playoff experience. They have no chance once they get into the playoffs because of that. And I think this team is trying to show teams like the Boston Celtics, the Knicks, the Pistons, the Houston Rockets that they are there. And that youth and inexperience is not going to mean a damn thing.
All right, let's play the what-if game. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can comment there, or you can dial us up at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210. Tweet at me, at Jason Minix. The what-if game. If the Spurs get blown out tonight by Boston, does that change your opinion of what the Spurs could do in the postseason? If the Spurs blow out Boston tonight, does that change your opinion? If it's a close game, win or lose, I think this team has proven, like the clunker in New York, you can have an off night and still be a good basketball team. The way we reacted after the New York game, and I say we, me, you, Joe Reinagle, Robin AJ in the morning, Stephen A. Smith, the crew on Get Up, all of them looked at the Spurs and said, yeah, this is why they can't win in the postseason, because physical postseason basketball is different. And on the big stage, they got trucked by the New York Knicks. Well, what have they done since then? And that's why I'm curious, if they lose a game tonight, whether it's close or if they get blown out, does that change your opinion on what you think this team is capable of doing in the postseason?
No. Is the answer. My answer is not. Look, again, the Spurs team is not going to win out. Beyond everybody's hope, they're not. They're going to have an off night or two before the playoffs get here, and quite frankly, I hope they do. Just simply because you go on a roll like that with a big long winning streak, and the odds are against you. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just a superstitious dude. They're not going to win out, but against a team like Boston, if they come in and certainly if they destroy this team tonight, then you have to start thinking this team belongs. This team is there. They can make a run. They can win it all. Boston's the best right now that the Eastern Conference has to offer. I think they've overtaken certainly Detroit, who has proven to be a fraud. I know Cleveland's playing well. You got the Knicks that could be a problem, but to me, it's the Boston Celtics that are best team in the Eastern Conference. And you come in, you get a big, significant win against this team tonight. That to me shows something.
And what if they have a significant loss? So again, they can show us something on the positive side, but does the same thing apply on the negative side?
Yeah, but I mean, again, I don't expect them to win out. I just don't. And now if Boston comes in and makes them look silly for a variety of reasons. If the Spurs just aren't hitting that three-point shot and Boston is. So there's reasons. So when you watch the game tonight, see how it looks. Are they shutting down Wemby? Are they making it hard for him? Or is Jason Tatum killing Steph Castle and he's not able to stop him? Whatever the case may be. So I think tomorrow I'll have a better answer for you. But I don't expect this team to win out. So they're going to lose some games. It's just a matter of who are they going to lose to.
All right. Now,
and certainly they could lose this game tonight.
And again, would you rather them lose a quote-unquote winnable game or a game like tonight, which, again, NBA Finals preview is how this is going to be billed and how it should be billed. This game, while it's a regular season game, we are in March, but it seems like this means a little bit more than maybe some of the other games that you see on the schedule.
Well, it is a national televised game tonight. It is on NBC tonight. So it's a big deal because of that they're putting it on. Again, I have to see the game to say. But, no, it's not going to change my opinion no matter what happens. This team is talented. They're deep. They're playing well. And again, I got to give Mitch Johnson a lot of credit, something that I was not willing to do earlier in the season because I just wasn't sure he was the guy. I think he's proven that, and he's earned the fact that he is. And this team is playing well for him. And so there's a lot of things that have happened throughout the season, Jason, that I just think I never expected to happen. And what they're doing right now, I mean, 15 out of they're 15-1 out of the last 16 games.
Yep,
that's unheard of,
dude. I mean, again, and that's why Mitch Johnson should be the leading candidate for Coach of the Year. That is why Wemby has jumped up in the odds to win MVP, although still a great distance between him and SGA for the favorite. In fact, one of the betting websites sent out an email today. Spurs and Wemby passed the Nuggets and Joker in futures. And one of the things that it says, they need to be taken seriously despite the lack of playoff experience. In fact, the odds makers at BetOnline taking them seriously. The Spurs have passed the Nuggets and are tied with the Celtics for the second best odds to win the NBA title. And Wemby has passed the Joker for second place in the MVP odds. Oklahoma City is still the favorite to win the title, go back-to-back at plus 150. The Celtics and Spurs are plus 550. The Nuggets are plus 750. In the MVP odds, SGA,
he's way out there.
Yeah. Wemby's now second at 7-1. Joker 10-1. Cade Cunningham 14-1. Jaylen Brown at 75-1. And my goodness, and I don't know that Jaylen Brown will win, but the way he was able to keep that Celtics team in the mix and probably not expecting to have Jason Tatum back, I would think that he would be one getting a lot more attention for MVP. But, he's at 75-1, and Lord knows I wouldn't put money on that today, although the odds are great. It's SGA's trophy to lose. Now, you might look at that and go, 75-1 might not be a bad bet to make because SGA, Wemby, Joker, got a couple of rest games in there, miss a week. They're not going to be eligible for MVP.
Well, I think SGA won the trophy. If he didn't win it already, he won it last night with a game-winning shot against the Denver Nuggets. And the guy is just fantastic. And this is no knock against anybody else, but SGA, in my opinion, is the best player in the NBA right now. And he's playing that way. And when he's on that Oklahoma City team, they're just a different team. And so he's going to win it, barring some kind of ridiculous something or other that happens. I think he's got a few games he can miss. But I don't think these guys are going to miss many games.
No.
About 20 games left to go in the schedule. Maybe at the end of the season they may rest or something if they have that opportunity. But to me, SGA is the best player in the NBA right now. The way he's playing and the way he leads that team. And look, as hot as the Spurs have been, you look at that Oklahoma City Thunder team, and they have maintained that 3-game lead over the Spurs. So they're doing something right as well.
Defending NBA champs for a reason.
Absolutely, and they're going to be a tough out no matter what round or how it happens or who they play against. That is for sure. Hey, we are live at San Pedro Driving Range and Bar and Grill with our friends from Flight by Yingling, and we are 48. Come on, Renee, did you witness that? I witnessed the first hole. All right, a 48, that beats my 52. So that guy is registered to win that beautiful Flight by Yingling golf bag. that we showed you here a few minutes ago. You still got time to come out here and get in on the putting tournament. A lot of people out there on the miniature golf course right now trying to beat that high mark of 52 that yours truly set
48
out there. So, I mean, dude, they're killing you. Have you beaten anybody?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Even Ben Brasino beat you, dude. That's embarrassing.
Ben's lying.
That's embarrassing.
There's
dude.
no way. Ben's lying.
That's embarrassing.
Ben only played 15 holes.
That's embarrassing. Get on out here to the San Pedro driving range. Bar and Grill, that's where we are. You've got an hour left to play some free miniature golf and try to win that beautiful Flight by Yingling golf bag. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And let me tell you about Connecticut, the fine folks at Connecticut. And I've been talking about this for a long time, but I want you to know something, and maybe I haven't put enough emphasis on this. Yeah, I tell you all the time, when you buy a Connecticut quality water softener, you get a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they install right there at your kitchen sink. Let me tell you something about this reverse osmosis drinking station. I don't know what it's called. I don't know how it works, but I know it does. And it provides that beautiful tasting water that you get from bottled water. That's what it does. It's the same thing. That's exactly what it is. And you don't have to have the expense of buying bottled water ever again because you have it right there at your kitchen sink. Just think about that. If you buy a lot of bottled water, how much money you're going to save over the course of a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever the case may be. And they're going to give you this thing for free when you purchase a Connecticut quality water softener. It is just an outstanding deal. I love mine. I use it for everything. Coffee in the morning tastes better. Just water plain right there out of the tap. No matter what you're making with water, it just makes it better. And it is absolutely free when you buy a Connecticut quality water softener. Why don't you treat yourself? You really should treat yourself, treat your family, and get the best. Connecticut is the best. Whether it's their water softener or their reverse osmosis drinking station. Plus, they're still giving you free money, 0% interest for 12 months. It is a perfect time to take advantage of this deal. All you have to do is give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at SASportsStar.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, some agreements made today in the NFL, the free agent frenzy, if you will. The Houston Texans adding to the offensive line. They reached a 2-year, $25 million deal with former Colts offensive tackle Braden Smith. 13.5 of that is guaranteed. Las Vegas Raiders have traded traded quarterback Geno Smith to the New York Jets. Smith's second stint with the Jets. And the Patriots, now they've got a deal with Green Bay wide receiver Romeo Doubs.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday afternoon. Hope everybody's having a good one, whatever you're doing, however you are doing it. Thanks for stopping by and visiting with us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We are live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill out here for another hour, obviously, for the show. But you got an hour to get out here and participate in our little putting challenge that we have going on. Your shot at winning a Flight by Yingling golf bag. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
So an hour to get out here while it's free. After 6, it costs, but after 6, they have their official 10-week putting series that gets underway with a lot of great prizes involved for that. You don't have to play in all 10. But you do have to play in one to qualify for their big championship at the end. But it's a fun deal they have here at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill, part of the Alamo City Golf Trail. And, of course, our friends from Flight by Yingling. And those boys are busy today.
They are busy today. We
are.
had a whole bunch of beer sitting right here waiting for us, and now I think it's all gone.
Well, there's still there's some in my bucket. Your bucket's empty.
What do you mean my bucket? I never had a bucket.
Well, they put 2 buckets over here, and the one that's empty, I'm declaring that's your bucket.
Well, then you're going to have to share with me. How about that?
I don't think so.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Hey, Beer Santa is here, so I know that I'll get a nice cold flight.
But Beer Santa also has to head down to McIntyre's for that Dallas Stars watch party tonight, the last one of the watch parties where you can register for that flyaway trip to go see the Stars take on the Flyers March 29th in Philadelphia. So, I mean, Beer Santa's busy day. Get out of that, Ben. That's not a grab-and-go bucket. That's my bucket for later. I don't know who the hell you think you are. You could just reach in and steal a man's beer.
Wow.
What the hell was that?
What was that?
Wow.
Wow.
It was like it was a grab-and-go.
You know, people are just getting a little bold over here.
I know it. I mean, that's kind of hidden away. That clearly wasn't like on display. Hey, anybody want a beer? Take one. I mean, that's kind of hidden away for us later.
Is there a sign on that bucket that says free beer?
There's not.
I need a floater.
Not.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Wow.
Dude, did you see that?
Man alive.
I've never seen Ben work so quick before, man.
I know it. He was trying to be stealthy.
Yeah, well, he can't do many things stealthy.
No, he really can't.
You know, play 15 holes of miniature golf and turn in a score and claim it was good.
You're just upset because he beat you, Minix.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I'm not. Now, everybody should beat me at golf. Everybody.
Well, I agree. They should.
And the fact that you barely won. What do you mean?
You know what? When the final score, does it say 1 win, 0 losses? Or does it say, well, we got an asterisk by this win? No, it says you won. Doesn't matter. I won.
You did win. You set the line at 15, right? You did.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, you cocky SOB thought that you were going to win by 15. Now, I know you well enough that you can be not happy when your team wins if your bet went the other way, which happens a lot. So it doesn't matter that they won. It's, did you win the bet? Did they cover the spread? You did not cover the spread.
Well, I didn't have any money on it. The only thing I just got out of not having to eat arch sauce.
Well, Pledge is going to check the tape because I think you set the line at 15, and that's where the arch sauce was.
No. That it was if you won. That was it. I'm not eating arch sauce. I'm sorry. Y'all can have all of Arch's sauce that you want.
I mean, why do you hate the Longhorns?
I don't.
Because they just get gooey and sticky and stick all over everything.
Exactly.
Man. Look at that. My bucket's now empty too. Man. Somehow I think that they will get refilled.
Well, it's what he just said. Beer Santa's here, and he grants wishes, and so there you go.
Well, I think Jesse can have
one.
Jesse
was scared to come over and get it himself.
I know it. He was like, man, Minix is protective of his beer, right?
Oh, my goodness. That's why you need to point your car. Look, I know a lot of you got off at 5 o'clock. There's no reason to go home and change. No reason to just point your car in the direction of the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. Come out and have some fun with us, man. You hear we're a bunch of laughter, a bunch of people practicing golf, drinking beer, doing all kinds of stuff, and you still got a chance to win that Flight by Yingling golf bag, which is just absolutely beautiful.
And beer. And if you're going to the Spurs game tonight, it's on the way.
It is.
Stop in here in pregame.
That's right.
I mean, it's going to be a hell of a lot cheaper for you. I can tell you that.
That I guarantee.
Guarantee
you do. And if you're looking for a place to watch the game tonight, come on out here. They'll get you taken care of. $3.50 flights, pint, either in the aluminum can or on draft. You can't beat that at all. Cowboys have made a couple of moves, and well, then there's a couple that remind me a lot of last year. What does Charean Williams think of what the Cowboys have done thus far as we venture into the free agency period? We're going to talk to Mother Football from ProFootballTalk.com when we continue live here from the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill with our friends from Flight by Yingling. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, and the best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. 210-225-2121 is the phone number. You can text the word bail to 474747 or even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. It's spring break time if you're down at the coast or maybe you're up in Dallas. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121 or online at mybestbailbonds.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
America's #1 destination for lifted trucks, custom builds, and off-road ready vehicles is here. Lifted Trucks San Antonio is on the corner of I-35 and Judson. Shop over 1,000 lifted trucks online at liftedtrucks.com or visit one of our Texas locations today.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... Let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission. No cash access and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94-1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6, your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Back out live at the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy to be out here live with our friends from Flight by Yingling. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix.
You know, a quiet day for the Cowboys today, although yesterday they were busy on a day that you normally feel like they're, on spring break. Let's talk about it with Charean Williams from ProFootballTalk.com joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Jerry is operated differently this offseason, and I think, a trade and a free agent signing yesterday is proof that he is doing things differently, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got cut in on the last of that. I'm sorry. I didn't hear the very beginning, but I think you were asking about Jerry doing things differently.
He is, and yesterday, bringing in a Jalen Thompson, making the trade with Green Bay. Although a lot of Cowboy fans are focusing on the misses, like at linebacker with Nakobe Dean, or missing out on Max Crosby. But how do you judge the first part of this tampering period in the NFL?
Well, I personally would rather have had Jadeveon Clowney rather than the trade they made for an edge rusher. But we'll see if Gary proves that he's better and worth the draft pick that they gave up for him. That leads you to believe that Clowney just wanted too much money, because I think he's a better pass rusher than Rashawn Gary is. But that's just me. But, yes, they've done things differently. At least they were active. I like the safeties that they've gotten. I think that's really going to help the defense a lot. This defense is not going to be as bad as what it was last year. Not that it could be any worse than what it was, giving up 511 points, a team record. So I like some of the moves. But, yeah, they went into this. I talked to somebody. They went into this thinking free agency, they were going to fill their need at linebacker. They were going to get veteran linebackers, switch to 3-4, talk about how important that was. Don't want young linebackers. They didn't get a linebacker. And so I think that was a huge fail on the part of the Cowboys. It looked like, to me, they didn't have a backup plan. They thought they were going to get Nakobe Dean, and when that went astray and he decided he didn't want to go to Dallas, then they were left with no linebackers. There's one linebacker left on the free agent market who you potentially want to sign. That's Leo Chenal, who played with the Chiefs. Otherwise, you're probably going to be looking at a trade, or again, you're going to be looking at playing some young linebackers. And by the way, linebacker is not a position normally that, the off-ball linebacker is not a position you want to spend high draft picks on.
Well, and not only that, Charean, when you look at that, they're not just looking for a linebacker. They're looking for a guy that can be the captain of that defense for the most part. Right. And I don't think you're gonna find that in the draft. My thing is, and just tell me, and you can be honest with me. I promise I won't cry, Charean. But I just think Jerry's talking about busting the budget and going out, and there's so many improvements. If you want a guy, if you are seriously interested, wouldn't you do whatever you had to do to get that guy?
I think they should have paid what it cost to get Nakobe Dean. I do. And I think if they had gotten him, not gotten the defensive tackle they got today, I'm going to try to pronounce his name. If they had gotten him, then I think we'd be sitting here looking at this going, wow, they've really improved that defense. Now, I think they've improved it, but we wouldn't have the question about the linebacker position. Oh, my gosh, what are they going to do at linebacker if they would have filled that need? And we'd really be sitting here going, you know what, they've had a great two days. And they've reset this defense, and it's going to be much, much better. Now, you've got to go out and find us. There's still that huge question mark at linebacker. What are you going to do? And you're right. That's going to be the guy that calls your plays. He's going to be wearing the green dot. Are you going to trust that to a rookie that you're drafting in the mid to late rounds? I don't think so. So I don't know what they do at that position. Again, I think a trade probably is an option here for them, but how many trades are you going to make? Like, at some point, you just got to, do free agency or whatever you're going to do and not have to give up all those draft picks that they keep giving up in these trades. But I think that's probably the way it's headed at this point, because it just looked like they didn't have a backup plan once the Dean deal didn't come to them.
Charean Williams from Pro Football Talk joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And as you lead right into my next question about a trade, is Osa Odighizuwa's future in Dallas, considering he was apparently a part of the package for Max Crosby, considering they signed a dude from the Chargers today, that more of a depth guy, but is Osa, does he fit with what Christian Parker wants, or is his contract just tradable for Jerry to go get the linebacker that he needs to go get?
Well, I think that's exactly how it plays out. If they're going to trade, I don't know that it's going to be picks. It may be a straight up player for player. If you go back and look at it, Osa was, top 10 free agent last year. A lot of teams wanted him, and I don't think he had a real good year. I'll say that. And I do think they have, though, a commodity there that they can use to get a linebacker that maybe you don't have to give up a draft pick. And they are full at that position. Like, there's going to be defensive tackle position that they don't have any, as they say on offense, there's not enough balls to go around. There's not enough playing time to go around for those guys. So, yes, and the fact that they signed another one today, I think tells you that that's probably what's going to happen. I think that's definitely the way that's headed, just reading the tea leaves.
Well, and that's interesting you say that, Charean. So, given the signing today, do you think the Cowboys are having a conversation with a team or two that is pretty close, judging by what they did today?
Yeah, I think you can probably surmise that. I mean, I'm just putting everything together here with what we've seen with the signing they had today, and what we know that they threw in there to try to get the trade done for Max Crosby and all of those things. And you start adding that up, and you're like, yeah, they probably know what they're trying to do there in the trade market. It sounds like to me. Or otherwise they wouldn't have made the signing today. Of course, we've seen them do some dumb stuff. So maybe I'm totally off on this, but if that's the plan, then that's okay. They sign the guy, and then they trade Osa, and then you get your linebacker, and then again, you're saying this defense is going to be much improved next year.
It's going to be interesting, although, define much improved. I mean, I look at, they can't be worse. Hope they can't be worse, so they're definitely going to be better. And it's like Jerry spending money in free agency, and I really like the Jalen Thompson move. And I saw how Todd Archer from ESPN described that as the biggest splash signing since Brandon Carr in 2012, and I like the move. I don't know that I would describe that, though, as a splash signing, but it is for $33 million.
Yeah, I don't know if I describe it as that, because they did that on the first day, gave him $50.1 million. That was a huge splash. They didn't do that with Jalen Thompson. And he plays, you have these positions that are, high priority positions. Safety, you got to have a good safety. As we've talked about, the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl without a really good one. At the same time, safety is not a premier position. So I'm not doing a splash for a guy who's not an all-pro safety. To make a split, Minka Fitzpatrick a few years ago was a splash safety trade, and it wasn't this year, don't get me wrong, but back when he was really, really good and the Dolphins traded him initially, that was a splash, trade. And there have been a handful of splash safety signings. This isn't one of those, but I'm with you. I really like the move. I think it's a great move. I think they needed to upgrade that position, and they've done it, and they're going to be way better on the back end of this defense because of the two safety moves they've made.
Well, we just got some breaking news, Charean, on a guy that we've been looking, Reek Woolen from UTSA with the Seahawks. Apparently the Eagles have signed Reek Woolen to a one-year deal for $15 million. So I know a lot of Cowboy fans around here were hoping that Woolen might end up with the Dallas Cowboys, but instead he's going to the enemy and the Eagles. Just looking ahead, not necessarily free agency, Charean, but maybe the draft. Do you still believe the Cowboys are going to go defense with those first two picks if they indeed use both of them?
I do. The only way I think they go offense is if there's somebody highly, highly rated on their draft board who happens to fall, an offensive player I'm talking about. Sort of like the CeeDee Lamb year. Like, they never expected CeeDee Lamb to be there, and he just kept falling, and he kind of fell into their laps. It would have to be something like that where they have the offensive player rated so much higher than any of the defensive players on the board. Otherwise, I think it's two defensive players, assuming they still have those two picks when all is said and done. And I think they end up with two really good defensive players.
Charean Williams from Pro Football Talk here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're into day two. It's 5:26 and no deal yet for Trey Hendrickson, which tells me his asking price is way higher than what anybody is willing to pay. Do you think that the Cowboys are still in if the price gets to where Jerry is comfortable?
No, I think Rashawn Gary was their move. I think that's it. I think that's all they're doing at the edge position. They re-signed Sam Williams as a backup. I think they feel like they have their two starters there on the edge. I would be totally shocked that when you talk about changing your ways, that would be the splash move and completely changing your ways. But once they got Rashawn Gary, to me that signaled that they were out of Trey Hendrickson, out of Davion Clowney, out of any of these other moves they could have made to get an edge rusher. I think that was the edge rusher they were looking for, and they got the one that they wanted, and we'll see how that works out for them. Again, I know he's younger than Jadeveon Clowney, Gary is, but I would have preferred Jadeveon Clowney. I think he played really well last year for the Cowboys.
No doubt he did, and maybe he just outpriced himself too. Who knows? When you're talking about Jerry Jones and company, what do you think about some of these moves, Charean? I want to ask you about some other teams like Tua in Miami, Kyler Murray in Arizona, and how do you replace those guys, and where do you see them ending up? Tua's in Atlanta. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, right. And he'll be the starting quarterback probably to start the year, and then see how that goes when Michael Penix is ready to come back. We'll see how that move shakes out. I think Kyler Murray's headed to the Vikings. I think that's probably a done deal or close to being a done deal. I think he ends up in Minnesota, and he'll compete for the job there. And I don't know I don't understand what Arizona's doing. I really don't. Whether it's Jacoby Brissett or what they're doing there with the quarterback position, I have no idea. They tended to draft a quarterback. I just don't know what their plan is, but that's with a lot of things that Arizona does. You don't know what their plan is or if they even have a plan. So that one's pretty interesting. But I do think Kyler will end up probably on a one-year deal with Minnesota. And you know what? Under Kevin O'Connell, he could really turn his career around as well. If he wins the starting job, I think Kevin O'Connell can do a lot for his career. And if he ends up there, I think that's a good move for the Vikings, and I think it's a good move for Kyler Murray.
Well, and again, it doesn't cost the Vikings much. Like Tua in Atlanta, it doesn't cost them much. So, it's certainly worth the gamble. But where does that leave Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, now that's the question of where does he end up? And I don't know. Does he end up in Arizona? It could be a possibility. Maybe that is what their plan is. And if it turns out that way, then they've got a bridge quarterback. They've got, three quarterbacks who can compete for the job. But I don't know. It's a really good question. Now that the Jets have Geno Smith, it's probably not going to be with the Jets. And there just aren't a lot of openings left at quarterback where he can go. So I don't know. He's running out of options. The Falcons are running out of options. Everybody's running out of options. Because these quarterback positions are filling pretty quickly. Arizona, to me, makes the most sense for Kirk Cousins just because we don't know what their plan is and they don't have a quarterback. Maybe he ends up in Pittsburgh. Maybe they're out on Aaron Rodgers. Maybe they've decided Kirk Cousins is a better option than Aaron Rodgers is. I guess that would be the other possibility to me that he could go. And if you got the choice, you're obviously picking to go to Pittsburgh rather than go to Arizona.
Charean, let me ask you a question because it seemed unusual to me, but usually, as Jason and I have been discussing all day, the Cowboys usually don't do anything the first couple of days. Yeah. So maybe we're not paying close enough attention. It seemed like yesterday there was an enormous amount of activity league-wide. Did it seem like there was more yesterday than in years past?
Yeah. No question. And you look at how slow today's been. It's been really slow, comparatively speaking. And normally I think those signings yesterday were a little more spread out. But I agree with you. I didn't count how many of our top 100 went, but it was well over half of those went on the first day. So, yeah, it was way more than we've had in the past and a lot fewer today. So I think it evened out. But I think those were more spread out over the last few years between the first day and the second day. And this year it was absolutely all on the first day. It was a fire hose. I think I ended up with 30 posts or something, and we had close to 175 or some odd posts on our site yesterday with 5 people working. So that tells you really how busy it was.
It was insane. And again, you look at, basically a bunch of teams that didn't make the playoffs, spending a lot of money, led by the Raiders. I know Carolina, Tennessee, they all spent a lot of money, which is obvious because they didn't have players they needed to re-sign, and well, they sucked. So they had to do something, but they were in, and Dallas should kind of be in that boat, but their cap situation, but at least they were active. Real quick, and you mentioned Geno Smith. How much does his life suck to get traded back to the New York Jets when you thought you were going to get released, maybe choose a better situation, and then we're not going to release you. We can get a 7th round pick for you. Enjoy New York again.
And he actually sounded excited about it. That was the funny thing. I was like, I guess he wants to play so much, wants to start, called it a full circle moment. So we'll see how that works out. But to me, Geno last year got the Raiders a number 1 overall pick, and probably going to get the Jets a number 1 overall pick, and maybe Arch Manning or whoever happens to be the top quarterback will probably land in New York in 2027 now, with Geno as the quarterback of the Jets this season.
No doubt.
What a legacy.
I know it. Poor guy. Send it to the Jets one more time.
Mm-hmm. Follow her on Twitter at NFL Charean. Read her at ProFootballTalk.com. Charean, always appreciate you jumping on with us.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. The great Charean Williams on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online. BuyersBarricades.com.
Outstanding stuff, as always, with Charean Williams. Love talking to her because she is plugged in as anybody there is. So awesome stuff. And we're still out here at the San Pedro driving range, bar and grill. And you still got time to come out here. There's still some people here on the putt-putt course trying to beat my 52. There's been a couple in there, Jason. But, I mean, look, let's face it, there hadn't been a lot. So these folks that are in there got a really good shot at that nice Flight by Yingling golf bag. And you still have a shot to do that. Get on out here. You got about 20 minutes or so, 25 maybe, until they're going to shut it down for their tournament tonight. So get on out here. San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. This is a Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And we're actually just down the street here on San Pedro from Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. So if you need your logo on any kind of gear, kind of like my golf shirt right now with the 94.1 logo, it was done over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, because that's what he does. You need your logo on any kind of gear, you go see Sam. You need that logo on a golf shirt, a dress shirt, a fishing shirt. Sam will get you taken care of. He has all the big name brands: Nike, Travis Mathew, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Under Armour, Port Authority, even a full line now of Tommy Bahama, and the pricing on Tommy Bahama, incredible, and that price does include your logo. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps on display in his showroom in more than 75 color combinations, just waiting for your logo. They're in stock, and, of course, he has the popular cap brands as well, including the Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Nike, Katie Caps, Cap America, to name a few. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need uniforms, Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. Nobody has better prices. All items do come with a warranty. No order too big, no order too small. And Sam is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro. It's a mile inside Loop 410, right there across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers, Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can put our team of experts to work for you. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal office, San Antonio.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FAST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FAST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FAST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. B21.
Back out here live with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the San Pedro Driving Range Bar and Grill. And you still got a little bit of time if you're headed this way. You got a few minutes to come try and win this beautiful Flight by Yingling golf bag that Beer Santa has pulled out and is given away. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Can I be happy for a person but mad at where he decided to go to work?
Sure.
Tariq Woolen.
1
year, up to $15 million deal with the Eagles.
Well, Jerry wasn't going to offer him that.
No.
So,
but I'm surprised that Tariq Woolen or Reek Woolen only got a 1 year deal. And I know he struggled some in Seattle with that change of system, but when he first got up there, dude was balling.
Pro bowler.
And, systems do matter. And I am surprised that Reek could only get a 1 year deal. Although I'm curious, up to 15, what's guaranteed there?
Yeah.
I know. I mean, all these guys are always looking for multi-year deals, and it almost feels like if he took a 1 year deal, he wasn't getting a lot of interest, period. But it seems awful early to settle on a 1 year deal when you're that young of a player. But it's certainly going to be a prove-it year for one Reek Woolen. And again, happy for him and the former UTSA Roadrunner. But, dude, the Eagles, I got to hate you now.
Yeah, you kind of do, don't you? Boy, especially if he picks off Dak Prescott 3, 4, 5, 6 times. I mean, it's really going to be bad if that happens.
Bite your tongue.
Happy for Rick Woolen. Look, $15 million for a year is pretty damn good. But I'm with you. He's young. He's going to have to prove it again. I think a lot of teams, because of the way that he played last year and maybe even a little bit of the year before, a little skeptical of him. And I think you're seeing the same thing with a lot of people. Trey Hendrickson's another. I think Trey's probably asking for more money than teams are willing to pay, but I think they're a little afraid of him as well. The injury he suffered last year was not a good one.
No, and again, I think, with Trey Hendrickson, clearly the number one free agent on the board either wants way too much money or too many years. If his average per year is probably in line, and you can, guess, in that 30 neighborhood. And I think teams would probably be willing to do that for a year, maybe 2. But if he's looking for a 3 or 4 year, but let's go 3 at his age, at that price, he might be worth 30 in the first year, but is he going to be worth that same 30 in year number 3? And again, you look at guys that haven't signed yet that are at that level, you could just assume they either want too much guaranteed money or too many years, and teams aren't willing to go there. And like we talked about with Charean Williams, over half of the top 100 free agents are already off the board.
Which is surprising that he's still there. Now, I did see a report earlier today that the Buffalo Bills were the one team that still had some interest in him. At least that's according to the report that I read. So they're at least talking to him and trying to work out a deal to bring him to Buffalo. But we'll see how that goes. It just kind of surprises me that he is still there on the board, and it's got to be money.
And I got to believe the equivalent of a guy like Trey Hendrickson not signed yet is, I don't know, Johnny Manziel in the draft room at 15, at 20, at you know what I mean? Those guys that are left in it. Like, how is this guy not signed yet? And it's clearly because he's asking for way too much money, or the injury concern is a lot greater than what he wants people to believe it is.
Absolutely. It's got to be all of that. That's why I was scared and didn't want to see him as a Dallas Cowboy. So we'll see. Somebody will pick him up, and he's either going to have to lower his price and make a sweet deal for a team, or, who knows what's going to happen with Trey Hendrickson. Too talented a player to be sitting out and not playing anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Spurs have a big game tonight, Jason.
They do.
Against the Boston Celtics. And I don't think this is cocky, but according to a post from Tom Petrini, who apparently is at the arena and just talked with Dylan Harper, said the Spurs ran the same play 15 times in a row against the Houston Rockets. In the first half of the third quarter was almost entirely in transition. He said the second half they they picked on Şengün with pick and rolls and handoffs 15 times in a row. Mercilessly. Thank you.
So
mercilessly.
2 things with that. That is funny. I think Tom James and Spurs PR will have a conversation.
Yeah, probably so, right?
It might be true, but don't say anything.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't do that.
Don't say anything. Although it did kind of feel like they were running the same play over and over and over and over again.
Well, it's interesting that they pick on Şengün. I mean, the guy's he's a physical player and kind of a thug at times, but it's kind of interesting.
But they were physical with him too.
Yeah.
And I think, the Spurs over the last couple of weeks in some of these more physical matchups, i.e. Detroit, are playing a physical brand, trying to change the perception that they're a soft basketball team.
Right. No, I totally agree with you, and I think that's a point of emphasis for this team, especially when early in the season teams were able to bully them and push them around a little bit. And I think the Spurs worked on that and decided we're not going to be that team. And here we are today. So, but a huge game tonight. Boston Celtics in town. Spurs, the two best records in the NBA since January 1. And this should just be a hell of a showdown. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It's going to be a fun game tonight, and the fact that Jason Tatum is playing tonight is a bit of a, miracle. I mean, 10 months removed from the Achilles injury. Let's talk about it on our injury update, powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Let's welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. Alexis Mayella. Doc, your first time here on the show, and let's talk a little bit about Jason Tatum and how surprising it is 10 months after that injury that he's back on the court and playing really good basketball.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for having me on. So great to have Tatum finally back on the court. Usually with these Achilles injuries, they can take a little bit of time to rehab, especially after surgery. But, the high professional athlete that he is, he's recovered pretty well, and usually takes about anywhere between 11, 12 months. And so it seems like he's a little bit faster than that. So he seems to be doing good.
Yeah, Doc, if you had to guess, is that just from good genes, good DNA? I mean, the guy looks like he's back on the floor, and he looks like he has never missed a beat. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, some of it is just based on genetics, how well your body heals itself afterwards. But the great thing, too, is that he's got all these resources behind him and great staff to help him along the way. So I think that does help a little bit.
Absolutely, it does. Now, a guy that we've been talking about a lot as NFL free agency is set to get underway, who is not signed yet, is Trey Hendrickson. Now, there's injury concern there because he had what is described as a core muscle hip injury, did require season-ending surgery, I guess kind of in that hip pelvis area. How much of a long-term concern would that be for teams looking at giving a guy in the neighborhood of $30 million a year?
Yeah, I mean, it can take a little bit of time to rehab. It can be pretty, you have to be very persistent in it, in the physical therapy aspect. But it just can take some time to rehab. But as long as he's able to get back on with the activity, it shouldn't be a long-term issue.
Does age have anything to do with that, Doc? Because he's 31 years old. Obviously, he's not old, but for a football player, that is getting up there. 31, 32 years old, would that give you pause, perhaps, if you were a doctor, say, of the Dallas Cowboys, of signing a guy like that to a big contract?
31 is still fairly young in terms of overall age. It wouldn't really give me too much of a concern. I know there's millions of dollars on the line still, but he is still fairly enough to where I think he would recover pretty well.
Now, young players for the Cowboys, and since we're talking hips, although not the same kind of injury, kind of surprising news that broke last week. Donovan Ezaraku of the Dallas Cowboys had hip surgery following the season, a second-round pick from a year ago after his rookie year. They say he's going to be out until training camp, so probably, mid to late July, but not get in any off-season work with their OTAs and whatnot. How concerning should it be for Cowboy fans that Ezaraku, as a young player, had to have a hip surgery?
Yeah, so it seems like he had hip surgery more for a labral tear. It's not uncommon to have some kind of trauma with the level that he's playing at, to have some kind of labral injury at times. Luckily,
a labral. What does that mean? A labral tear?
Yeah, so the labrum is basically a soft tissue injury. The cartilaginous ring around your hip joint that provides mobility. So anytime you have a tear in that, when you're a high-level athlete or younger athlete, the best thing is going to be more surgery to provide long-term benefits.
Now, Doc, first of all, welcome to the show, and I'm glad you're here. But you got to understand that Jason and I, we have no clue sometimes what all you're talking about. So if we learn new words, so if we ask you a question like that, please don't think less of us. That's for sure. So when you're talking about this and the decision to have surgery, typically, and obviously in this not. To this case specifically, but typically, how do you decide on surgery or just letting that thing heal on its own?
Yeah, so if you're a younger athlete, if you're very active, and especially as a professional athlete, I'd say go for surgery because you're going to heal faster than these labral tears. If you're older up in age, it takes a little bit longer. You have to go through months and months of physical therapy, potentially injections. So if you're younger and able to get through surgery, that's the best route for faster recovery.
Faster recovery. All right. The word we all learned today. How did you say that? The cordial blah 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 this ring.
The cartilaginous ring.
The cartilaginous
ring.
Do we all have those?
Yeah, we all have them. We all have a labrum. Yes.
All right. Well, no. The ring part. The ring, because it's
the
proof
ring.
that
Yes.
it is proof that Dak Prescott does in fact have a ring.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Bit of a stretch, but it worked.
Yeah, it was a big stretch.
I mean, he's not close to a Super Bowl ring, and now he's not close to his wedding ring, but he has a, what do you call it, Doc?
A cartilaginous ring.
See, he's got that ring for sure. He's got that one.
Congratulations. Put up the statue.
Exactly. Dr. Alexis Mayala, breaking news. Dak Prescott does, in fact, have a ring. Of course, we all have that one, apparently.
Doc, thanks for coming on and putting up with us yahoos.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it. Dr. Alexis Mayala here on the Blitz for the injury update, powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Dr. Mayala and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online, buyersbarricades.com.
Very nice. That was cool, and it's nice to have a new doc on. Always nice folks over there, so we appreciate them. It has been a great time out here at the San Pedro Driving Range and Bar and Grill with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Have we given that bag away yet?
No, we're about to.
We're about to? All right.
Yeah.
We guess you got somebody out there?
Yeah, screw that guy.
That's the hell with him.
He's not going to make the deadline.
Yeah.
You want to reach in there and pull out a name to see who's winning the golf bag?
Can we do that?
This is for the golf bag. For the golf bag.
Go ahead, Nick. You do it. Pull it out. All right.
All right.
Well, there's not very many in there. I had a hell of a score, apparently.
Wow. So we got to see.
I had a hell of a score. Let's see. No way. Dude, wait. That's not who I think it is it?
Well, you gave us the wrong one.
That's got to be because he didn't. He wasn't 52.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He was. You gave us the wrong bucket.
Yeah. He can't win.
Yeah. You win
fine. You can win the other prize.
You win the other prize. You get a koozie and a keychain. Congratulations.
I don't. Well, not Ben Brasino.
No, because we know he didn't win it. I will have to figure this out.
These guys are over here waiting.
Yeah,
right? They're like, wait a minute, wait. Hold on,
Nick, it's your first time doing this, and you screw it up, man.
It's all right.
Yeah. There's live radio, man.
Beer Santa in training.
What the hell? See, this guy over here shot in the 40s, man.
He can't win because of that hat, though.
Yeah. Well, and he had extra samples.
No.
Would you win that at the carnival or something? Are you like the chicks that wear Yankee hats because it looks good and goes with the fashion, but they don't know anything about baseball? All right.
My.
Yeah. Now Nick is on the phone trying to figure everything out, trying to see. You got these people that are crowding around thinking they won. We might have to play again. We might have to discuss this and decide this over some beers.
We may have to do that, as a matter of fact. I don't know. While we're waiting on that, there's a kind of breaking news. We'll see. Let me make sure that this is correct, though. You recognize this guy, Sean Wright?
Well, this is great.
Well, I'm just saying. The Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles have held preliminary discussions centered around defensive tackle Jalen Carter.
Ooh.
The Packers want to beef up their defensive line.
Well, the Eagles are losing a lot. I can't believe they would want to do that, although they're trying to trim some salary.
Unless, depending on the deal, I mean, whatever that happens to be, we shall see. But I just thought that was an interesting story there for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
we'll figure this out.
We'll let you know.
Ourselves.
Yeah, we'll figure it out because there's cold beer sitting over there that I'm about ready for. Extra innings with James Pledger. I'm assuming. Yes, Pledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so stay tuned for that. Be sure and wake up with the fellas. The Morning Huddle, AJ and Rob, they will get your day started off right. That's for sure. And Minix and I will be back here at 2. Until then, everybody, have a great night.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.